a long time.
I know, right? The hell are we going to talk about?
Well, look who's here.
Oh,
Good
Lord.
My
morning.
favorite girls.
Good morning.
Good
Morning.
morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, ladies?
Look at that picture. You look like the sexy the house.
I know, right? I don't know if she wants to hit me or do me.
You know what
Both.
you know what I watched this morning? I watched Miss MFW this morning. Oh my gosh.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen her lately.
Well, who, MFW?
Yeah.
Well, she did a stream about Diana Wendy, and oh my god.
Oh, I saw
She
that
did
one.
she
Yeah.
did not she did not pull any stops out. She was
No mincing of words, huh?
no, she didn't mince her words, not at all. Hey Gemma. Hey vegan.
Morning, Jim and Vegan.
Good morning, chat.
She's a character, I'll tell you.
Oh my god.
She really is.
You know what I like about her? I like and I don't like, because I would not want to be on her bad side. But what I like about her is she doesn't make any apologies. She
Yes,
doesn't.
you know.
She's talking about money, and she's like, "I tell y'all, I want money. I need money to go out for drinks, or I need money for rent, or I need money for this."
Yeah,
Because I don't lie about it. I just
she
say
doesn't.
what I said.
She's very upfront about it.
I don't apologize for it. I was like, no, actually, come to think of it, she doesn't. Hi, Angie. Hi, LaDonna. Hi, Gemma.
Morning,
Oh, I
y'all.
said hi. Yeah, morning,
I
y'all.
like that if she has a gripe, she gets her little gripe list together. She comes on, she does her gripe, and then is
And then
done.
she's done.
She's
And
done.
that's another thing I liked about the whole thing. She goes, here's how I do it, or how I did it before, because she started this whole drama community thing. She
Mhm.
goes, I would have a problem with someone, I would drag them for that one time, and that was it. I was done. I moved on. And this community doesn't work that way.
Like
Well,
that's the thing of don't make me drag
They
you more than
drag
once.
people for a year.
Right. Well, it's content, I guess.
it's low budget
Yeah.
productions.
It's
Yeah.
no budget.
I mean, you can only drag someone so much before they just like bounces off them.
Well, and one thing Katie always says is, if you're going to start a YouTube channel, be you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you can't copy anyone.
It takes
Well,
too
you
much
can.
energy to kind of keep up the fakery, I think.
to say the least.
A lot of fakery on here.
Uh, oh, the thoughts going through my head.
Stop it. Stop it.
Things you'd have to fix after you go live. People start pointing stuff out, and it's like, could use some money here. You could use some money. Anyway.
I would never do a fundraiser. That's one thing I would never do.
Hell no.
I would never do. I remember when I tried with Blonde Bay when
Oh,
she was
God.
pregnant, and
Dear
you know how south that went.
Enter
And that
Jen.
wasn't even a fundraiser. That was giving all my super chats, which ended up taking me 5 months to get my first super.
Listen, you know you're in the wrong community when the scammers not so much the people collecting the money, it's the people asking for the money.
Brian says, y'all causing trouble. Brian,
Brian.
you're always causing trouble.
Has he been in Discord lately?
I'm gonna drag
my
this
God.
thing.
I haven't been in lately, but when I went in there, I'm like, what the hell is going on here? They're crazy.
Last night I was sending Sue stupid stuff trying
Oh
to
my
get her.
God. I was like, if you don't go away.
No, yes, Brian did give me my very first super chat.
Did he
You
really?
have to make $100, I think, before you get a check or anything from YouTube.
Golly, Brian, at least send her a hundy. Shit.
Throw those hundos
It
down.
took me 5 months. Poor Blonde Babe would have had to wait. By the time she had her baby, she would have got like maybe $100.
For her college fund. When she's 18. Here's your $27.99. I know it took me 18 years, but here you go.
Hello, Seraphin. I think Seraphin's the one that comes in here and tells me to bow down.
What, huh?
Might be the one that tells me to bow down to him or her.
Human.
Oh, yeah.
The true Lord of darkness
Hello,
is here
human.
now.
The true
Bow
Lord
down
of
to you.
darkness to see her bow down. I bow down to no one, not even my husband.
Must be related to LaDonna. Listen, humans. I'm just saying. At least.
Donna and her lizard people. What do you call them?
No, listen. I watched a
Reptilian.
documentary the other day
Reptilian.
that said people with Rh negative blood are just like a different type of person in general. Like they're loners. They get cold a lot.
Maybe they're reptilian.
Well, and that's what I think they were leading into. But I mean, I stopped the video.
Brian said they're shapeshifters.
Shifters.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Well, then I need to change my shape.
He's trying to educate the Discord of political conspiracy, and y'all just shove popcorn in my face.
Oh, poor baby.
Well, you know,
You've got a room, Brian.
No, that was LaDonna trying to
Oh,
educate us.
Donna.
Uh-huh. I swear.
Shapeshifters. I don't even know what a shapeshifter is.
They
Be honest
changed,
with you.
they changed like from human form to like, I don't know, wolf form. You know, honestly,
A wolf?
I'd be a
Yeah.
horse.
and we need to get back to our crime stuff because there's a really weird case about that too.
That's my kind of thing.
They legit think that the guy that committed the murders was a shapeshifter.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Even the cops think that. Yeah. It's crazy.
Did you put it in Discord?
No, but I'm going to. I'll do the
Yes.
background on it and show y'all because it's pretty freaking crazy.
Yes, please.
I went down that rabbit hole and went, whoa, where did I go?
Hey, TJ.
Change my shape. You're shaped like a pear with legs. Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I haven't been feeling well. That's why I wasn't on yesterday. I slept all day. All day.
You know what I noticed yesterday? Because I went to the hospital to see my brother-in-law.
Right.
And we're letting people in our hospitals to visit. Just saying. Half of the med surge floor that he's on was empty. Okay, so there's that. You could wear the screening that they did. They didn't test you for COVID. They took your temperature and asked you if you'd been exposed. Then you went to the room, patient's room, and you could hang out in there with no mask. But if you left the room, you had to put your mask on. Then I'm driving home. There's like all kinds of people out milling around, doing their thing, walking with their kids and their dogs, riding their bikes. No one had masks on. No one. It's
In
full out rebellion.
Where the
It
hospital
is.
Yeah, all over town.
I think
Oh.
Biden had said that he put a mask mandate for 100 days.
Uh-huh.
Like he signed an executive order, but in my liberal cities, people are wearing masks and they're enforcing it. But in my conservative town, forget it. I don't think I've ever seen a mask except for myself when I go to the grocery store. And that's only because, I do cough,
Yeah, yeah. No, they do. They had a big sign at the grocery store to wear a mask. It's gone down to a very small one, but there's an even bigger sign up. Now, y'all ready for this one? You conspiracy nut jobs like myself. Now we have an aluminum can shortage nationally. Did y'all know that?
Really?
Why?
Who knew? I have no idea. They said due to an aluminum can shortage, some products may not be available. And I'm like, okay, so the corn aluminum can companies have a shortage, but the green bean aluminum can isn't?
I cannot find like a case of soda.
I swear to God, they're fucking rationing our shit.
Oh, we have it here.
I
All
can find like the 12 packs, but I cannot find a case.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because they don't want you to stock up. I'm telling you. Now, I don't know that that's like a non-perishable that you'd want to stock. Just saying.
Still.
Mine would be coffee. I'd be buying things and things and things and things of coffee and creamer. Yes.
What are they going to do if we don't have many more aluminum cans? Jar everything?
Hey,
I don't
Mr.
know.
J.
You'd have to be drinking your Coca-Cola from a ball jar.
Stop it.
Oh, this isn't Jenna. This is Jen.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Hi, Aunt Tauntaun.
Smile, Jen.
No A at the end. No A at the end.
A little proof there.
I've got a beautiful smile.
Oh,
We get our stuff. We get our toilet paper and paper towel at Sam's Club.
yeah, we go to Sam's.
Tax, yeah. We don't do coffee.
My husband loves Sam's. It's a
He
little
bought 40
frightening.
cans of coffee.
And Dish TV. Yeah, he does that. He goes and buys everything in bulk, and then he comes home with Dish TV from Sam's. Go figure.
I remember
that
that.
story kills me.
You were so pissed.
Yeah, it's like what and why? What and why? Yeah. I don't know. He's
Hey,
watching.
Pittsburgh girl, I heard that months ago when COVID started, people were stocking up on beer, soda, and canned goods. The factories were working on limited employees like most. That makes sense.
I just found it weird because, like you got this out of the blue, came out of nowhere coin shortage. They got sprung on us one day. And then now an aluminum can shortage. I'm like, okay, you people are no longer funny to me. I'm just going to go back to my cave and stay there.
This whole new world, it doesn't feel right.
I know.
I'm still not normal to me. I don't care what anybody says. It's not the new normal.
Yeah, I'm not doing the whole new norm thing. I'm waiting on the next new norm, if that's all right with everybody.
I don't like this. I don't like that you have to remember to put your mask on because I forget almost one out of 2 times I go to the store, I forget to put my mask
I
on.
make up new cuss words now every day when I do go out because halfway to wherever I'm going, I forget
And
my
then you're
mask.
like,
I turn
shit.
around and go back. Fuck shit. Fuck. Yeah. Kicking things, small children, punching kittens. I mean, it's bad. I'm over forgetting that stupid mask.
Yeah.
And I do wear it. I mean, I don't have I get it. It's just I forget. And I was like, well, just put it in your purse, in your pocketbook. I'm like, first of all, No one says pocketbook anymore. Although
Uh,
Carla does
my,
say parcel.
my grandmother used to say that.
Pocketbook.
It's
Handbag.
like
Yeah,
icebox.
Did
Icebox. Who says
did
icebox?
Icebox.
did women's handbags used to fit in their pockets?
I don't know. They had
I
coin
don't.
purses.
I
Which,
don't know
Yeah.
why yeah.
I mean, there's a lot. Oh, I found some
You
really
know
pretty.
who
I
calls
didn't
it an
buy 'em.
icebox still? Is what's his name from New Orleans? What's that guy's name? He's on the
Emerald.
Emerald Lagasse. He
Yeah.
always says, "Get it out of the icebox."
The icebox.
He always says that.
They'll probably, yes, Mr. J, they'll probably start gouging again, I'm sure.
Isn't that illegal though?
Hey, Life is a gym. Yeah, it's supposed to, well, it depends. If it's during, yeah, it would be during this case, yeah. But like when you have a hurricane, the first thing they try to gouge is generators. So, like let's say $400 generator will suddenly become a $1,200 generator.
Man.
Like, really?
Insane.
Yeah. So, but you can take those situations to your attorney general in your state and say,
Oh,
yo, what's up with this?
Wearing a mask annoys me too because I get claustrophobia from it. I can't breathe.
Is anybody else having problems with wearing mascara and a mask?
Why, Susan?
I don't know about that.
What are
Like,
you doing?
I don't, it like,
What are you rubbing it?
no, it's almost like it draws the mask to your eyeballs. It's like, please quit. Yeah. Then you have people running around with their nose uncovered, but their mouth is covered. I'm
I
like,
do that.
I know that irritates
Yeah.
the heck out of me. So what's the
that's
point?
defeating the
I feel
purpose.
like saying, what's the point of me wearing a mask if you're just going to do that?
Well, I'll tell you, here's a fun fact. Okay. So think about it. If you do that shit, everyone else is protected and you're not. So you'll breathe it in, but you won't breathe it out. So at least you're keeping it to yourself, I guess. I don't know.
But isn't the mask the whole reason wearing the mask to make sure that you don't give it to somebody else?
Well,
I think the chances are less, but not.
I don't think anybody's
much.
clearly defined that. I think they just said put on a mask. Like, Dr. I'll say it correctly, Fauci has never really said. All he said is wear a mask.
Okay, Ms. G, since you're into conspiracy, have you heard the one that the government brought some people from China knowing they had the virus? That's Jen that's in this.
I think the government knows a lot of things, but I think that they're better at screwing things up than they are at organizing shit. So the likelihood of them knowing people who actively had this thing in China and bringing them over. Well, let's remember what China is. China's not like another America with different wallpaper. I mean, it's a very heavily thick, immersed communist country. And the likelihood of us knowing anything freaking going on over there is slim to none. Just saying. So the fact that, they could get a list of names of people who actively had this and then imported them over here. Nah. I think it's just, it's a virus. I think that they created it. I think that they sat in a lab and they built this son of a bitch and it got out.
And does everybody realize what that is? That is a high crime.
Yeah.
That's something that is close to what Hitler, was doing, and genocide, and was it Stalin or Castro? It's the same thing. That's something
Right.
that a whole country did. That's a high crime.
Well, who's the one that gassed his own people? Was that Saddam Hussein?
That was in
That was that mustard gas or whatever.
no, that was in now I forget. Why you make me want to say?
Well, no.
I mean, just about anybody over there does horrible things. To their people.
Yeah, but I think it was to their own people he was doing it. So it kind of reminds me of that. They
Mhm.
gassed their own people.
I remember that. That was sad. Yeah.
But here's the thing with the masks that we're wearing, Seraphim, honestly, it's like trying to keep mosquitoes out of your yard with a chain link fence. Yeah, not going to happen. I mean, if you're not wearing the appropriate mask, you're not helping anybody, to be honest with you. But they don't want to talk about what the appropriate mask is. So there's that.
Well, everybody's wearing those blue paper masks. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know
that's.
how good they do, how much they protect you
Mhm.
from anything. Not everybody. I've got.
I want to see the ones responsible for this. Well, you'd probably have to start in China in the lab, to be honest with you. As far as allowing people over into our country that have it, I don't know. You had a president that wanted to stop them from coming over here, and he was called a xenophobe. So there's that. So you might want to look at the people here that wanted people to come over here from those countries or from China that would spread it. I'd hold them responsible first, and who called the president a xenophobe when his one job is to protect the country, and he tried to do that. But people are assholes. Just saying. It's out of control. I think it's a good way to handle people and manage people. And I don't like being handled or managed unless it's my husband and he's naked. And then I welcome it. Handle me and manage me all you want. Speaking of where are we at? Speaking of being handled and managed and being controlled and dominated, where are we at with Shameless? Where you at, Carla?
I'm on season 11.
Oh, you're almost done.
I'm watching it on Showtime now. It's season 11, episode 4. I've got that far.
Are you kind of sad that when you got to that point,
did
you kind of slow yourself down because you didn't want it to end?
I still don't want it to end. I'm like, because it's the last season. 11 is the last season, and
ever?
I'm so bummed. Yes, ever. They're not coming back.
I thought there was 12.
No, they said 11.
Okay. I can say this. I felt the same way. I've watched it twice. When you have to see the end. You know what I mean? Like, just get to it. It's always there for you to watch it over.
No, I don't want it to end.
You're gonna
ever.
There's so much good that happens, though.
Where are you at? Where are you at, Ms. Dean?
I'm at. Oh God, was it season 8?
Oh, season 9, I think, is the best season.
Really? Did y'all see the thing I put in Discord about who actually dated whom? Who actually had a relationship?
Yeah, their real life loves.
Yeah, Fiona.
No, I'm gonna have to look at that.
Fiona actually dated the cop in season 1 and 2. What's his name? What's his name? Tony. Tony, the good-looking cop.
Really?
Yeah, she dated him in real life. Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Aww.
I thought that was so cute.
I'm curious to see what movies she's going to be in.
Oh, and
Shameless.
And Frank.
She's on Facebook.
She's actually a songwriter and a singer as well.
Oh.
She
on
has
Facebook too.
She has stuff on YouTube. She's got songs and videos on YouTube.
Does she really?
Yeah. Yeah, she's a singer-songwriter. She's a really good singer.
Her real name is Emma Rosen. That's her real name.
Yes.
Yeah, she's on Facebook. I was just watching. I just brought her up this morning and to see, she's married. She's married, and he's not very good looking.
He's
better looking.
Producer, director, something.
Yeah.
In film, but they look cute. They look happy. They look very happy.
Oh yeah, she looks very, very happy.
Who's your favorite character so far?
Mine is Carl, believe it or not.
I really love Carl. I have to say, I really love Carl.
I mean, he's
there's Brian.
What are you guys up to?
Are you not watching Shameless, Brian? There's tons of sex in it. Tons of sex.
I do not watch it.
Tons of nudity. Ginger loves Kevin the most.
Ginger Locke's got us all. Who got it? Who started us on?
I know it's a good show, but I try to not watch it.
Ginger Locke's. I think Kevin is probably my favorite. I agree.
You guys have to see the end. My favorite.
Kevin is my second favorite. Yeah.
Lip.
I really like Carl.
You have to see the end because you're just going to fall in love with him.
I do love Lip, but I think that he's a little dramatic for a dude.
Oh, just wait.
Well,
think-
there's sure a lot of sex in that show.
Damn, yes, there
God,
is.
I mean, every time, like even the beginning of it.
Mike has literally laid in bed and laughed out loud at this show. I mean, he's like, I'm like, stop.
I mean, it's so good. Frank is such a
Idiot.
prick.
You know,
Oh my God, he's the biggest.
He is
prick on the
such a good
planet.
actor.
he is such a good
Oh
actor.
yeah,
Okay.
William H Macy.
Oh, that's William H. Macy?
Yes.
Yes.
Does
he
anybody
plays the
remember
dad.
him in Fargo?
Yes.
He
Yeah.
was good
excellent.
in that too.
I remember him in that movie with Travolta and Martin Lawrence in Wild Hogs.
I haven't seen that one, I don't think.
I
They were
haven't
Harley.
seen
They rode Harleys across the country. It's pretty funny.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He's been in a lot of good movies.
With Stallone and The Rock.
I gotta find another series now to watch because I'm so bummed that it's over and it's gonna be
I've
the
got
last
like 2
season.
more series for you guys after
Watch The
this one.
Chosen.
Jen, was that the argument between Kevin and Janos that you wanted me? we were talking
Yes.
about?
Did you not love? Okay, so imagine I got into Shameless. It was already on Showtime, and I was just like futzing around the house, and it just came on my Showtime, and I started literally at that episode. So I walked in my bedroom, and I was like, "What in God's name is going on in here?"
That was the funniest shit.
Like, how are you allowed to even say stuff like this? You know? And so then I watched like that episode, and then I went back to season 1 and I watched the whole thing, and then I watched the whole thing again because I was like, "Are you kidding me?" When you watch it the second time, there are definite parts that you're like, "I didn't catch that. Oh my God!"
That was
I
the
like
funniest shit.
I like dark comedies like that one.
He
The other
watched
one I watched on Netflix was Dead to Me with
Yes.
the one from oh
Christina
what's that?
Applegate.
Yeah, Christina
Yes.
Applegate. Oh my
She's
God, that was a
hysterical.
series. That
That's-
was a good series. There was
That's
only
She's
one
a good
funny
actress.
broad. Yes,
Your
she
face reminds me of her, Misty.
is. Who, Christina Applegate?
Mhm.
I am Christina Applegate. You just
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
dox me. Don't dox me.
She started
No,
How
out.
are you,
everybody's
Brian?
wanting.
How are
Hello?
you, Brian?
I'm good.
Oh shit, there's a bug.
I was gonna say Christina Applegate started out as she was like 8 months old and she did an Ivory Snow commercial with her mother.
Yeah,
That's how she got
about that.
started. She's a good actress.
Brian, you have to watch Shameless. Nicole would love it. Nicole would love it.
It's
She
hard when
would
you have
laugh.
kids, though. It really
You know
is
what I
hard
watched
when you have
last night? I
kids.
binged watched Laverne and Shirley last night. Okay.
Did you really?
Mhm.
They're pretty
Brian,
funny.
And then
That
Morgan
was-
Mindy. I tried to
That
stay
was
away
filmed
from.
in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hassan
I tried to
Incorporated.
stay away. I mean, I know I've seen Shameless. I know what you guys are talking about. I just don't watch it.
Oh, it's funny. Oh my God.
I've seen it before. I know what you're talking about a little bit.
hmm
But
When
I
she
get-
Don't worry, though. I've got so much for you guys to like watch that you're gonna love.
Got to stay off YouTube and stay off panels, Brian, and watch something.
That's right.
Who,
Brian.
me?
Yes.
Yeah, you.
Where have you been?
I've been being good.
Hello, Mr. Yoakum.
Hey,
I
Steve.
always
Yoakum.
want to call him Dwight Yoakam.
I know, right?
Dwight Yoakam played in what was that movie he played in? Didn't he play in
Oh, he was in
He's good looking. Have you ever seen
what? The one sure got a pretty mouth. What's that movie?
that's Deliverance.
Deliverance.
No, not Deliverance. What was it?
You got a pretty mouth, boy.
You sure got a pretty mouth. Hang
He
on.
played in Sling Blade.
Sling Blade, that's it. It's kind of like Deliverance.
Yeah.
It's Deliverance Part 2.
There's another movie he was in too, and I'm trying to think of. Dwight Yoakam's a good actor.
Yeah, he is.
I'm trying to think.
Isn't he a singer? I thought he
Yeah,
was
he's
a
a
singer.
country singer. He sings
I've
guitar.
heard Pittsburgh Girl, I heard Yellowstone is supposed to be really good.
Oh, look who's here, our Ginger. How you feeling, babe?
Good
Ginger.
morning, Gingy.
Hi guys.
What's up, Sugar Booger?
Sugar Booger.
I want to get the fuck out of here. I went
Yeah?
out.
Are you feeling better today?
No, unfortunately, I'm still spiking fevers and it's awful.
Our Ginger's got COVID. Please send up prayers for her, please, please.
I'm hoping I'm on the back end of it now.
Yeah.
Mm.
She doesn't-
It just pisses me off that I came to the hospital to get fucking COVID.
I know you have to go to the hospital to get it. That's why I don't want to go there.
I know Life is a Gin. The eggplant episode was freaking hysterical. What was your favorite one, Ginger Locks? Who's your favorite character and what was your favorite scene?
Oh, Kevin's my favorite.
Yes, I love Kevin.
Kevin is my favorite. I also like Lip. I do.
Thank you.
I do like Lip.
Y'all just think about sex too much.
It's normal,
Well,
I
I
guess.
think about sex with Lip too
That
much.
Russian lady, that Russian girl, what's her
Svetlana.
Svetlana,
I-
that whole storyline
kinda
is so
grew-
funny.
She kind of grew on me.
Yes.
You know, like I hated her at first, and then she kind of grew on me, and then I didn't like her again when she stole the bar.
Stole the bar.
Isn't that
She did.
hilarious?
She stole the bar right out from under them.
See, I already missed Joan Cusack in it with her with the dildo up the.
Oh my
Oh.
god, that's so funny.
The best though is when
to the bed, and you heard him screaming.
the best though was when Kevin was trying to learn how to be dominant, and he's got the paddle table, the table tennis paddle in his hand. He's like, "All right, be ready for this spanking." Oh, safety word. Is this paddle too hard? I mean, do you think it's going to be okay?
He's so nice.
She's like, "Yes, Kevin. Okay, prepared to be spanked because I'm going to spank you." Safety word. Are you sure this is going to be okay?
How many jobs has he gone through, you guys, yet?
Who, Kevin?
Yes. Where are you at with his jobs? Has he gotten the truck yet to do like cleaning?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the
Yeah,
cleaning
with the
service truck?
kitty.
Yes. And then
I think so.
have you gotten to the part where he starts working as a stripper?
Oh God,
Yeah.
yes. When he's at the gay bar,
Yeah.
You pay $500 for somebody
and they're
else.
deciding what he can get paid for extra
Yeah.
at the bar and what's off limits and what's not. He's like, okay, you can breathe on it, but that's it. You can
Well,
just
and then
breathe
he
on it.
tries to like stripper dance and he's out of breath.
With his little gold panties on.
Or in fact, where he pretended that he got a vasectomy.
Oh my God.
Oh, he is.
Oh yeah.
She came in and she grabbed him so hard.
Oh my God. That and trying to have a baby.
Ugh.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
like, you got to be
With,
kidding.
it, with his mother-in-law.
Yes, I'm like, I'm sure that there are people out there that would actually do this, but really?
I
Do you
don't know.
not
That's
love though
That's like kind of freaky.
how he's raising his kids to be tennis stars?
Yes. Inspirational tapes too.
Yes.
And there's always tennis shit set up everywhere
I mean,
in
in
the
their
house.
crib, they've
Over
got
the
a tennis
net.
net.
You guys are ate up.
He is so funny.
It is
I got to go
great
back and
show.
look at the Discord because I missed a lot of stuff. And I'm thinking, these women are crazy.
I know. We are a little bit
know.
nuts.
I'm sure you can like guess by the memes what we're doing or talking.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we talk about. That's how we talk. We talk the memes.
I thought Miss B was going to kill me though yesterday with the memes. She's like, if you don't stop.
And you find some funny ones.
Every now and then you'd hear Susan.
Stop it!
Hi, Nicole.
I can't help it. Y'all say something and I get triggered and I must submit 72,000 memes over it. You know, it's
She's
like,
still asleep. Nicole's still asleep. I'm going to let her sleep.
is she really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Sleep
that's nice of
kid.
you to let her
That was-
sleep.
I let her sleep. I don't like being woke up, so.
Is she sick?
No, she just.
So,
let me-
Brian, what's your grievance?
Do I have a grievance?
Do you have a grievance?
Not really, no. Not,
Oh,
Oh,
well, we're
okay.
just here to solve all the grievances.
I heard that's the thing to do now is the grievances. You have a
one in the
grievance.
chat.
Like,
If you have a
spit it
grievance.
out.
I wish it was summertime.
Spit it out.
I don't like the cold. The cold is my grievance. I'm sick of it. Go away.
Not
My
in the
goddamn
chat.
knee It keeps
Nicole,
cracking.
his wife. He's got a wife named Nicole.
I'm
Because there's a Nicole in the chat.
wishing I
Oh,
could
okay.
hear it.
Yeah, I thought you said I didn't see the chat. You said, "Hey,
Hey, that's
Nicole." I
for
thought
you.
you heard. What is it?
I don't know.
That
I
was
heard,
me. Sorry.
It was
I heard,
music.
I heard
It's
music. I
Ginger.
thought I was having kind of
It
epiphany.
was my it's my elevator music when you turn on the remote control, you know, for the
Oh, how
hospital, and it's like
funny.
elevator music.
How
Yeah.
funny. It's announcing your TV is about to be available.
Oh my god.
What
I just
I
want to
communist
don't
get
even
back.
channel would you like
watch
to watch
TV
today?
anymore.
All right, you know, I do have to tell you guys a story though, and I
Tell
haven't
us
been
the
able
story.
to tell you this story. So when I was in here, like when they brought me in here, there was someone else I shared my room with.
Uh-huh.
Like she was very sweet lady, just talked 24/7 nonstop. And when you're feeling sick, somebody else is talking, like will really get under your skin.
Oh, yeah.
So then they decided, you know, the next day she got what do you call it? Discharged.
Uh-huh.
And then they put this other woman in, right? The only thing I knew is that the woman did not have teeth because I could not understand a word she was saying.
Oh
So,
no.
you know, there'd be times, and I was looking out for her for a while. And the other day, I don't know what she did, but she got up and she came and she opened up my side of the room. Dear Lord, she's butt ass naked coming towards me.
Oh
Oh,
my
Knees,
god.
boobs down to her knees. I'm like,
Oh my
go
God.
lay down, go lay down. She's like, I'm trying to tell her what to do, and because at the same time I didn't want her getting too close to me. So, I mean, she was butt naked from head to toe, and
Oh my God.
oh my god, I was just like, no, this isn't happening. This isn't happening. But they wound up taking her to a rehab center, which is probably what I have to do until I can get a negative test to go home.
when did
That
they test you last?
sucks.
Well, are you okay for everything else though?
What do you mean?
For your other issues, I mean, are you okay to come home?
No.
They can't do
I'm
anything with her
on.
until she tests negative.
Right.
Well, I know that, but can she go home even though they haven't fixed what she went in there to start with?
Well, they
Yeah.
have me. They have me on like a formula through my IV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I'm now getting nutrition where I wasn't before. So
oh.
they're like, you could be on this for months. I'm like, oh, I don't want to be on it for months because, you know, I keep dropping more and more weight, and I'm like, all right, it's got to stop at some point.
Right.
But it's just crazy. It's crazy. But I'm just sick of being here. I've now
Oh,
been here.
I don't blame you.
I'm now been here officially over 3 weeks.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
And how long were you there before? 8 weeks?
No. I was here for 3 weeks. I was at Princeton for 3 weeks. And then
Jeez.
I was in for another 2 weeks at Princeton. I won't ever go back to Princeton. I will only come back to Temple now.
I mean,
So,
last summer in August.
right.
Oh,
From
okay. You were in
August,
5 weeks.
no, I was in for 8 weeks, 8 to
That's
9
what I
weeks.
thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. And I don't know how long I'm going to be here for. But I can't, like yesterday, I had 102.5 fever and I'm just getting sick. COVID sucks, man. It really sucks.
Yep.
Sucks.
Wow.
But yeah,
Um,
I wanted to tell you by the old lady coming at me naked with her boobs down to her knees. I was just like, oh my God.
That's
Hi,
frightening.
Miss B.
But
Morning.
Morning, B.
hey.
Morning,
But
sweetheart.
the one thing that she did say to me, she starts asking me questions the next day. She goes, I need to ask you a question. I said, okay. She's like, was I hallucinating that I was naked last night, or did that actually happen?
Nope, it happened. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, no, it happened.
Yeah.
It happened.
Awkward.
No hallucinations.
You should have said, here, I took pictures, just in
Oh,
case.
it was just like, oh my God. But
Hospitals were
thankfully,
so fun.
I do have my own room now, so I'm not so upset about that.
My husband, let me tell you, is the worst
You have a
nurse on the
great day
planet.
too, Seraphin.
He's absolutely the worst nurse.
And
He goes
you
up there
can
and
cook
visits.
breakfast for all of us. Thank you.
He goes and visits his brother, and he comes back with the oddest nursing report ever. And I'm looking at him like, how is this possible? What are you telling me? This doesn't make any sense. So I have to call people and find out the real story. Because, yeah, he gets it all confused. Like he had him having a colostomy bag after an appendectomy. I'm like, what? What? Why? Turns out it was a JP drain. Totally different. Not anything similar. He goes, well, that's what it looked like. I'm like, have you ever seen a colostomy bag? Because it doesn't look anything like a JP drain. What are you talking about? Just kind of wanted to smack him. Like, no,
I got booted. I got booted.
it's
Carla
Carla's fault.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
Carla.
exiled you.
Or
I
it was
know it.
misbehaving. Misbehaving does that sometimes.
I know.
She gets
Exiled.
jealous and she starts pulling people off the panel. Like,
You know, we're
She-
exiled, Brian. We exiled ourselves.
Yeah.
in the desert, buddy.
Actually, I was
we're
told
exiled.
that I'm exiled.
You were told? Oh, you were told you were exiled.
Yeah, you were told you were exiled. We self-exiled.
They can exile me. I don't care.
When you exile people, aren't you supposed to stop talking about them?
Yeah.
The point.
Aren't you supposed to not be triggered because they're on another panel saying your name?
Exactly. Or do we now have total control of YouTube?
Well,
Is
I
that it?
haven't been watching anybody, so
I know, right? Isn't it nice?
Oh my God. I can't, I tried to go back and I don't even remember what creator I watched, but I couldn't
or
even,
who's mad at who?
not for 3 minutes. I didn't
No.
last. I found it so, annoying.
No.
Just genuinely
Nothing?
annoying.
Screaming and yelling at
Yeah,
each other.
it didn't bother me at
Fun,
all.
fun.
It was like,
Yeah, it's like I think I'll log on to see who's screaming and yelling and insulting people today.
It's the same story. They just
The
rotate
same
names.
story. Well,
And then
sometimes they have a lie, but they kind of add to it a little bit more. and more.
Misbehaving. You gotta put your microphone on.
Yeah.
That's
B.
when you've been connected.
I don't.
Yeah,
have
And
B.
bring you up.
She's coming up here to listen. Y'all don't let her attack
Coming
me
up
on
here to-
panel. She's
She
going
didn't
to
have
come.
anything connected. I couldn't let her up.
Tyrannical. She doesn't put anything on her channel anyway. Miss D.
Who doesn't? Miss
What?
D?
that you know of.
She's going to.
Yeah, you should.
Oh, okay. Tell us about the story that you're talking about. This crime story that you think we need to do.
Oh, it is. It's been done before. Well,
Okay.
kind of. But about the Girl
The Girl
Scouts.
Scouts?
The Girl Scouts that were murdered.
Oh, okay.
And back in the day, this has been quite some time ago, but a huge facet of that story is the fact that American Indians were involved, or they thought. And it was in an area of Oklahoma where there was a significant reservation. And the cops thought at one point that, and probably still do believe, that the perpetrator of the crime, who they were tracking at the time, was a shapeshifter, because they were trying to use dogs to hunt him down, and all of a sudden the scent would just disappear. And it should not have just disappeared. But they thought, well, if he shapeshifted and changed, then maybe the scent would disappear. It was creepy. I mean, it's really creepy. It got into a lot of stuff. Yeah, the 75 Girl Scout murders. Yeah, there's a lot to that story. A whole lot more than just the average bear. So yeah, we'll have to talk about that. We'll have to build that one up. But I still want to do the other one though first, the Lost Boys of Bucks County, because that too, digging into that, jeez, man,
God, that
you talk
kid,
about a rabbit hole. That's going to be a
Cosmo.
2 or 3 parter. That one,
Yeah, I'm thinking 3.
I'm thinking at least 3. Yeah, 3 parter.
Yeah, there's a lot to delve into that one. Not
'Cause there's
one.
some- Well, there's
Or-
some really controversial topics about it, like mental health. And what do you do with that? And what is, who's responsible for this shit?
Mhm.
I said it like that so you could maybe possibly be fucking monetized. I'm just saying. Anyway,
She doesn't apply. She doesn't apply for a monetization. Is why she doesn't have it.
exactly.
Who does
But
it?
It's
Carla.
like Social Security. You got to apply for it 2 or 3 times, and then they'll give it to you.
I'm monetized.
Well, I mean, if you actually have a disability, if you don't, you just keep trying, for 4 or 5 years. Anyway,
Fuck that. I want my money back.
She's got her super chat. She does have her super chat. She's monetized.
huh?
She's monetized.
Who?
I thought we were talking about Carla. Yeah, she's monetized.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
No, I was doing the Social
I've been
Security.
monetized. You know what? The first time I applied for monetization, I got it the next day. I got an email the very next day. It says,
'Cause you're a sweet
I
girl.
have it.
They pestered me.
I don't know. I thought it would be harder than that. I thought it would take longer, but the
They
very
kept
next
sending me-
day they monetized me.
They kept sending me emails telling me you should Google AdSense. Kept encouraging me, and I never would monetize until when Laura and Molly were together. She's like, "That's why you're on here for all these years and you're not monetized." I said, "Oh, I'm monetized. I just need to turn it on." She said, "No, you
I
don't."
mean, for what
And I
what
turned
I-
it on. I was like,
And
"There
people
you
are
go."
like,
I make on the monetization is almost not worth it because it's like pennies. Pennies.
Well, it depends. Now, if you put out a video a day and you get lots of views on like true crime,
I don't get a lot of views, so
I averaged about $700 a month.
oh, nice.
oh yeah, that would be nice, but
And then
Yeah.
I would take $100. I always count out $100 so I could put super chats in and put it back into the community.
Mhm.
I always did that.
right.
And whoever like Gray Hughes, I used to give to Gray Hughes until he got snippy with me. I used to give to Diane's channel. Or if somebody was having issues,
You're blocked from her channel.
Diane, yeah,
You got to be an A+ creator. I mean A+ in order for me to give
To
anything.
donate. Mhm.
Yeah.
Diane's had me blocked over there for the longest. So I asked her why, and she said she didn't know.
Because you took your shirt off.
No. We were cool after that. Yeah, we were good after that. In fact, they did a video that helped me out, when something happened in the community where somebody used my name to threaten elderly people, and they got to the bottom of it. Yeah. They helped me out a couple times. I've been on Diane's panel probably 15 or 20 times.
Mm-mm.
Got nothing
So
against
glad
her.
I missed that bus.
This is me over here being real quiet.
Yeah, I know. That means
Not saying
Shut up,
anything. Not
Well,
commenting.
Mom always said if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. So
Yeah.
I'll be over here saying nothing at all.
Well, I think, I find it funny that people will do like Heidi, right? Someone did a whole live on Heidi, and Heidi was
Because she
laughing her
reacted.
ass off.
Because she gave her opinion, because she said her opinion. But, if it's not okay in this community by their standards today, because their standards will change tomorrow, if they're affected, then all of a sudden it becomes something that can't be done or shouldn't be done or whatever. But if it's done to anyone else in the community, you're just
Okay.
a
right.
gnat.
and
You're
rule two-
annoying.
For the peons.
Well,
and rule
I
two
think
is-
the title was Heidi, whatever your name is.
Yeah.
And then in that,
Oh,
it's, why don't
that's
you come up
mean.
and take a link so we can work it out? Well, I mean,
Oh no, that's come up.
What
and
are we
take a
doing
link
here?
so we
You know
can
what I mean?
flash
Yeah,
it
that means
back.
once you come up to me and about 4 other people can bully you. That's what that means.
Heidi,
Yeah.
whatever your name is.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
She's
Rule
been
number
around for a
two
while.
Rule number 2 is
I will never go to a panel when I'm summoned. Forget it. Never again.
if you
I
are.
did it one time and I got.
If anybody thinks that
Completely.
I'm going to go take a fucking link,
No.
they're insane.
No.
No.
That's why my email is in there. If people's got something to say to me, they can use that. Rule number 2 is in the drama community is if you can't prove someone wrong, then just make up a bunch of lies and stand
Right.
on those, no matter
Oh,
what you
that's
do.
true.
And just
Yeah.
run with it.
And if they try to defend themselves, they damn well better show proof. You don't have to, but they better. Yeah, that's the other
Yeah.
one. Proof is selective.
I was recently accused of
Oh, it
attacking-
just.
I
attacking
just
women.
don't deal with people on that level.
Nope.
I mean,
Look at him attacking women again. He's not a Christian.
You woman attacker.
Who's saying you were attacking?
Oh, I was on your panel attacking a woman the other day. Did you know that?
Of
I
course.
was attacking somebody, and I'm not a Christian.
Yeah, because
Oh,
if you have an opinion, then you're attacking someone, unless they agree with that
Of
opinion.
course.
I'm also a stalker.
John.
I'm also a stalker, even though that person came over here into your chat. I'm a stalker.
Did you see what I put in Discord, Brian, of all the people that were searching for me?
Yeah, that was pretty creepy.
Yeah.
And it lists your state, just so you know, when you go
And
trying
your
to look up
age.
stuff, it looks
Yeah.
up your state and your age.
Gives you the
Yeah.
city they're from and the
Yeah.
age. Yeah.
Yeah, these people are pathetic. They are. I just laugh. I'll pray for them and then I'll laugh about them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, God, please give these people some common sense.
Who are we talking about?
Oh, they
Who are we
know.
talking about?
How
Somebody who's
toxic
sitting there
it
watching
is.
this live right now just boiling because I haven't said their name.
Right. Some of it doesn't even take
I
that, which
won't
is funny.
say that no names will come out of my mouth unless it's
I'm
positive.
telling you, that's the best way to go.
Yep.
And then
If
they,
it's positive, they will. But
we got to learn to make
negative,
direct.
no.
Yeah, if you can make a direct statement indirectly, and if somebody guesses that it's them, well, you just have to remember that every hit dog hollers.
My favorite part is when you're not even talking about them, but yet they show up in the channel. And, I demand a link. Give me a link. Give me a
Or they,
link.
or they show up and do a drive-by comment and then leave.
Give me a link. Yeah.
You gotta
How
love when
pathetic.
people are mad. They're like, take a link.
And
Dang.
don't you love the,
Oh, I
the
love that
projection?
you get associated with someone just because you're in their chat.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
Right.
because
All
you're
you
in
gotta
their
do is be
chat,
friends with
you
someone.
agree with everything they say. No.
No,
I
not
love it.
everything.
I love it when they show up in our private stuff and they're like, I'm so sorry I was in that channel. I know that you've seen me over there. It's like, and
no.
Yeah,
we don't
I try
care.
not to do that.
You know, it's like, it's,
I don't
you know,
care.
we're not, we don't, yeah, no, we're not channel.
I don't
hoppers.
even check. I check the names that I know and the people that I say hi to, but I don't check who's in that channel. If they come in here, if they don't come in here, I'm not worried about it.
You
Okay,
should
well, look at
start.
it like this. Look at it like this. If
Taking notes.
if someone, let's say you're on Jeffrey Dahmer's visiting list and you go to visit him in prison,
Thank you, Brutal Mafia.
wouldn't
You
people
too.
think that you were okay with what he did because you go to visit him?
No, I think, what if you were just going out to answer some questions for yourself and it ain't nobody's damn business? Just saying. But then there are those that do support Jeffrey Dahmer's and Chris Watts's and things like that, you know, or just other sundry people in this or that other community.
I tell you that Chris Watts, that new channel, they got the revival channel, the
Yep.
Resurrection and Revival.
Yeah.
She's very well spoken, and she brings out some things that are interesting. She always claims that she's transparent and she's open to all other suggestions, and she wants to communicate with people, and they have a right to their opinion, and she'll answer their questions. Every single time I've asked her a question about that case, she's deleted it.
Really?
And you have to be a member, so she's making money off of this. You have to be a member to be in her chat. She does not answer. And I even asked her, I said, I thought you said you were transparent and you'd answer every question. And she deleted the comment. So in my opinion, I was over there watching it and I thought it was interesting. But now I've got to the point where it's, you know what? This woman is just making money off the death of shenanigans.
No shit. That's exactly what that's exactly my point.
I'm like, you
And
know what?
she's
You're not.
And she's giving him a voice on the internet where he
Yeah.
can actually,
Yeah,
that pisses me off.
She will not answer any logical question. One of my questions I asked her is, how can you say that he is innocent and he was only defending his children when he made such a detailed confession about how he killed those children? She just deleted it.
Said, well, what she said, I heard her say about that was that he was telling the police what they wanted to hear. I don't think the police ever expected to hear that he killed his kids twice.
Well, why would he be so concerned with what the police wanted to hear? When he should be saying
is the truth, right?
His children, and if he loved them, he would say the truth. Does he love the police? He would say, yes, I freaked out and I did this for them, for the benefit of his family.
Right.
Tell them what needs to be heard. No, he went into sick detail.
Yep.
Are you going to do to me what you did to CC?
And then said what? No, I'm just kidding. That's what he says. Okay, right. Okay,
he thinks the police wanted to hear that.
No,
but he's still trying to get out.
He'll never
no,
get out.
He'll
He
never
will
get out.
never get out.
He
and
did
his
get
name
out.
and
He's-
his name will never be cleared.
he's-
And
I tell you
No.
what,
admitted to it.
I
You're a
thought that
bad
channel-
liar, Chris. Bad liar.
I thought the
So,
channel was
Are they?
interesting.
Are they?
Eat
Still,
tacos.
are they
If
even
everyone
looking
kisses
for
my ass.
girl?
Tacos.
One can bear it.
Are they still interested whatsoever, or are they at all interested in the girlfriend at all? I mean, I know she flew the coop and changed her name and did a self-imposed witness protection bullshit or whatever the hell she did.
Oh, Nicole Kessinger.
Yeah.
Well, I think that she. I don't think that she was involved in the killing. Some people think that she was involved in it. I don't think she was, and I don't think she incited it at all. A lot of people are just, they just don't like her because she looked up Shanann a year before she got with Chris, and that whole homewrecker thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think she wanted those children to die, and I don't think
No,
she
I don't
wanted
either.
Shanann to die. But she, really.
I don't
Really?
believe she was there that morning either.
No, she wasn't there. And she might know a little more than what she should know. I think one of the reasons why Chris was so, they have a word for it. He was pussy whipped.
I was just going to say that too.
I mean, it's just a word, it's just a slang word. But I think one of the reasons why he confessed is because he didn't want her to get on the stand, because they would have called her as a witness, and she would have had to tell more than what we already know.
And not only
Yeah.
that, he wanted to protect her more than anything else.
Yep. He was just telling the police what they wanted to hear.
He could kill
That's
his kids,
that's
but he wants to
topic.
protect Nicole.
Oh yeah, he could. Here's what bothers me. He could kill his kids, but not the dog. He spared the freaking dog.
And that dog,
He
you
spared
talking
the
about,
dog.
I forget his name, the little dachshund. What was his name?
Peter.
Dieter.
Peter
Peter the dog.
spared the dog and killed the kids. Like, that makes sense. Yeah, you're a nice guy. Oh,
No, he just wanted the police he wanted to please the police. He didn't want to please all these people out here that
bullshit.
suffer and hurt because of what he did.
That she recorded his voice and put it on the internet. I'm like, how is that fair? How is that
It's not. The
fair?
prison should be doing something about that. They really should. But she's
Oh.
kind of anonymous. So if you go to
But see, here's the thing. You can make money off of killers, but they can't make money. If they make money off of their story, it goes to those that they injured, right? But
Well, right.
she can make the money.
But right, the fact that he is literally writing a book with her channel. He's literally putting his story out there. There might be some kind of red tape to that
Yes.
law. There, because she allows him to speak. There might be some kind of red tape law about that if people start contacting the prison. I don't think that he should have that voice, and I don't think that she should be able to profit off the deaths of Shanann and Cece and Bella
He's
and
in
Nico.
jail for a reason.
Well, she can profit off of those deaths, but he cannot. Now, if they can prove that she's giving him money based on his story, then yeah, there's a problem. But as long as there's no proof that he's actually making money off of the story that he's telling to her,
Mhm.
he's not making the money, then she can make all the money all she wants to.
Well, see,
It's up to society to go, you're freaking gross.
the prison
Supporting her.
she uses his phone calls and his mail.
Right.
So if people are offended by that, they can get a hold of that prison
I'm
and they
offended by that.
monitor his mail and his phone calls and stop him from writing and calling to her.
Well, no, because you still got, she can still ask and he can still talk. It's all about who profits from it. If she's profiting from it, it's up to society to go, you know what? You're gross. And we just don't want to listen to you anymore and shut her down. Just quit talking.
Right.
And
You
the
can't,
other thing
you
is-
can't even put intimidation of a witness on Chris because he doesn't
Didn't
want to talk.
O.J. Simpson try to write a book?
He did write a book.
I think he did when he got out.
If I did it.
If I did it, yeah.
Ugh.
Did you guys
Well, he
see
wasn't
that? Did you
convicted, though.
guys see that by any chance? Did
No,
you see that?
I didn't.
I mean, I was watching it that night. I remember because I was in a rehab hospital and I'm
Uh-huh.
watching it, and and you can tell he got lost in his like
Delusion.
present tense, future tense, and then he started talking like da 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 da, and he's like rambling off everything, and then all of a
Uh-huh.
sudden he goes, "Oh, if I did it, if,"
Yeah, yeah.
and you're like, "No, you
No, you did it.
you did it."
And you
Like,
just confessed to it, but it's double jeopardy now. He could come out and say, I did kill her. He could come out and say anything he wanted to about that, and it all be factual, and there wouldn't be a thing they could do to him.
Can't double jeopardize him.
Yep.
Yeah, there was many times where she called 911 and you could hear him in the background just losing his mind. And she goes, he's going to kill me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It was sad. It was very, very sad.
He's going to hurt me bad.
But he could come out and admit it and tell every detail of what he did, and they could not try him in a court of law again.
I think it's funny that on that kidnapping case, the one after that, the judge threw the book at him.
Right? Right. When he went to go collect the shit he had already sold.
Yeah.
Whatever. Crazy
I want to
man.
see. I want to see if I can find that part of "If I Did It" from that interview. That I mean, you will go, "What the f?" Because it is very clear that he just got completely confused in talking and went from "if I did it, I did" to I
Yeah.
did this, I did that, I would have done this and that and that, and then he starts talking like present tense, and then you're like, what? It's
But it's a cautionary tale too to people who, like myself, love true crime and especially cold case. I love cold case. Oh my God. But it's a cautionary tale to family members and whatnot that are victims to not push the police to hurry up and make a conviction. Because when you do that kind of crazy stuff, you end up in an OJ situation where you know they did it. Everybody in town knows they did it. But the fact that they couldn't get a solid conviction on the fool, they walk the rest of their life, and they can go around and brag about it, talk about it openly, and they
and
can't
tease you with it.
Yep,
Yeah.
tease you and torment you the rest of your life with it.
Yeah, people have to remember this, that Nicole, her head was almost completely severed off.
Yep.
Kind of like Travis Alexander.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just started that, Carla. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my God. You
And that
I
comes
can't
with-
believe the
so-
lawyer didn't throw something at her. She's the queen of semantics.
She was,
she's arrogant. She's the most arrogant.
she was
I'll
having her
find it.
15 minutes of fame up there on that stand with Juan Martinez. And in the book, I think he wrote it's called Confessions that Juan Martinez wrote with her. They don't even talk about the private hearing that was where Jody served as her own attorney and went against him. And it was even more, I mean, she was
obnoxious.
obnoxious.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. She's very
And Juan Martinez got this. He got a little bit of the big head too because he was disbarred for sexually harassing people in there. But when he had her on the stand, he asked all those questions that people wanted to hear. Were you crying when you stabbed him? Were you crying when you shot him?
Oh wow.
And she kept on saying, I don't remember. But the judicial theatrics in that case was amazing. It was.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I took off days of work to watch it.
I'm
I
on like
watched
day
that
2
whole
of the
time.
trial.
wait, are you talking about Jodi Arias?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, there's like, isn't it 8? She was on the stand for 18 days, I believe.
Yeah.
It was 5 months. The trial was 5 months, and it was, oh my God, she was you just wanted to punch her.
I had this
found
person
out
that joined my group was one of Chris Hughes's friends. And Chris Hughes was one of Travis's really good friends that brought him into prepaid legal, and he joined my group on Facebook, and he hooked me up with this person called Wild at Trial, who was actually in the courtroom and would text to the group what was going on. So we
Oh
knew.
wow.
Yeah, we knew before it was out. That's why that group.
Didn't he do podcasts? And he was twittering or tweeting too during the trial.
I like
Yeah.
twittering. I like that word much better than tweeting.
Twittering.
Me too.
Twittering.
Twitter.
He was
I'm all a
posting-
Twitter.
Yeah, he was posting directly to our group as it happened. And then I got to talk to his brother Steve and Tanisha, and then I chatted with Jodi Arias' sister for a little while.
I did not like the judge, though, Sherry Stevens.
I think she did a good job, though.
Oh, no.
She
Was
was
she
facing
worse
I
than
would
Ito?
have liked a
objections.
stricter judge.
Was she worse than Ito?
Oh,
I
Judge
just thought,
Ramsey
I
was-
thought she just let a lot of things. I thought she more worked for the defense than the
Yeah, that was Judge Ito.
yeah,
Mhm.
than
Well,
she
the main
did for
thing-
the prosecution.
The main thing in that trial that wasn't right is they know that the juror that wasn't vetted properly, the one holdout on the death penalty, they ask you these questions, like, do you have any dealings with the prosecution or the defense in this case? And that juror that held out, her boyfriend had been convicted by Juan Martinez, and they know it. They know it. So, or she would have got the death penalty. It was 11-1 on the death penalty.
Yeah.
So she decided that she was going to vote
She's-
against the death penalty because she didn't like
she'll never get out on parole. She'll never get out of prison.
Well, they say that she's living in the lap of luxury there in Perryville.
Oh.
Is it a crime of like nobody could have them if I couldn't?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly.
That's where I'm
what it was.
leaning.
They
Yeah.
tried to get her off with a crime of passion, which would have got her 12 years.
but there's so much premeditation involved.
Yeah,
in it.
there was
Gas
premeditation.
cans and the trip and the flipping the license plate upside down, even the color of the
Um,
car,
Buy tacos.
even the color of the car.
Yeah, it
Right.
was white. She said she didn't want to be noticed.
She wanted one of the least noticeable cars, and she flipped the plates upside down, and the cop pulled her over,
Yeah.
and she blamed it on some kids must have done it, but she was just trying to throw off so you could glance over and see the plate, and then the gas cans, so she could get through the states without leaving a paper trail.
And God knows what she did with the gun. They never found the gun, did they?
No, and that was a gun that she had actually robbed her, staged a break-in her grandmother's house and took that gun.
Did she honestly think she was going to get away with this?
Yeah, she did.
She wasn't the brightest
She
person in
thought
the world.
she thought she covered all her bases.
Her friends Travis's friends that found him 5 days after after she killed him, one of the first things they said on that girl was, "Oh no, check out Jodi Arias, his girlfriend. She sliced his tires on his car twice.
Dear God.
She sliced his tires on one of his one of his BMWs, and then he replaced them. And she came back the next day and sliced them all again.
She snuck in his house to a Christmas party she wasn't even invited to and hid behind his Christmas tree during the party
Yep, came through
because she wasn't invited.
Oh my God.
She was,
through the cat door.
she
and
was
then-
insane.
And then there was another time that he was had a girl over and they were just sitting on the couch, and I think they were making cookies, having a good little date.
Yeah.
And she
Mhm.
walked right in through the cat door.
Yeah.
She was a nut.
She
she
walked
snuck
right in through the cat
doggy
door.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
I literally walked in on all fours. Is why I said it that way. For the dog, for the dog to go out.
Psycho.
But how do you stab somebody 29 times and shoot him in the head? And I think 11 of those stabs are in the back,
Yeah.
and claim self-defense.
Well, first of all, she said it was the ninjas.
I like the
Yeah,
ninja
the
story was my
ninjas-
favorite.
The ninjas came in and they just happened. They were going to kill her too.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, they let her go.
They let her go.
She ran out of the house, and nobody in the neighborhood ever saw. And Travis lived in a neighborhood that was well-stocked residential. He lived at the end of one street and it added to another. It's like right almost on a corner, and nobody saw that happen.
No.
Because they're ninjas, Brian.
They're ninjas.
You can't see
Well,
ninjas.
he
don't you
didn't
know?
even want her living there. He didn't, because first of all, it was a long distance romance. And she took it upon herself to move.
To move out there.
And he kept saying to her in no uncertain terms, "You're a whore. I'm never going to marry you.
Pretty
He
much.
did tell her
Pretty
that.
much. Pretty much.
You're
I
the
think
you're
Diana-
the girl that guys screw that they never marry."
He was like, if you want to bang, we can bang, but no.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no.
Just within
just-
a few hours of her killing Travis, she was up in another state, dry humping another guy.
Oh yeah,
Dear God.
What was his name? Ryan something.
Right, yeah, Ryan. I have to look it up,
Ryan
Ryan. Yeah, and he was
Saint
another guy that worked for prepaid legal. It
Yeah.
wasn't-
Ryan Saint
Yeah,
John.
she just really made her rounds.
They were dry humping because
Look,
they,
I knew it was going to be a good day whenever she started with the ninja shit. I was like, oh, this
Yeah.
is going to be rich.
well, it's just having sex with your clothes on. That's all.
No, I'm just talking about it, the
I mean,
whole. It
you
was
know, I
ninjas.
think it took so long because that her defense team thought because she was fairly attractive that they could get her off with
I don't
crime of
think
passion
attractive.
because she could
Yeah, I
kind
don't
of
think she's
flirt.
pretty at all.
Well,
don't
see
get
that. Well, she was when she had blonde hair, but look, that's why Juan Martinez brought up the gas cans because
Well,
crime of passion has to be in the heat of the passion. You don't plan on covering your tracks.
Well, here's the thing. Let's just talk about for a half a second what a big whore Juan Martinez is, shall we?
Yeah.
He would find a paper bag attractive. I'm just.
And that's the DA?
No, that was her
He's a good,
defense.
he's a good
Okay.
attorney.
No,
though.
no.
Okay.
Juan Martinez was the DA, and Kirk Nurmi was. her-
Wait.
I
Juan
got a short
Martinez
guy
was the
and
little
a
guy.
tall fat guy.
Yeah, his name was Kirk Nurmi, and,
Okay.
and he was a horn dog. Juan Martinez was the prosecutor, and it's easy to get that mixed up. But he was a horn dog because he was flirting and hitting on everybody in his office.
Oh,
And
okay.
He almost caused a mistrial because he came out of the courtroom and he was filmed, taking autographs, giving autographs. But he did end up getting disbarred for being a horn dog. And Kurt Nurmi,
He got a disbar
Nurmi.
too.
Okay, would you ever hire an attorney named Nurmi?
well, he was he was
no.
state paid. The state gave him $3.5 million.
I think she didn't have money though. She was like,
And then she was indigent. And then she had Jennifer Wilmot. And if you go back and look at the trial and look at the way Jennifer Wilmot is dressed and look at the way Jodi Arias is dressed, they modeled each other off that librarian look.
That's creepy.
Even the glasses she had, they didn't even have lenses in them.
Ew.
You can't see that, until somebody tells you, then you can recognize it.
That's creepy.
But at the end of it, when she finally was convicted and she got to give her statement, I keep going back to this when she was saying, well, I shot him after, she killed her appeal by that. But when that baby started crying in the courtroom, you guys remember
oh
that?
gosh, yeah.
And she turned around and gave that old evil
Oh,
look
she
at
gave
that
him the
baby.
stink
Oh,
eye.
and that
Oh,
said
wow.
it all to me. Like, how dare you ruin my 5 minutes of fame? That baby's crying.
Oh, and then her parting words. And he was still alive when I slit his throat.
And she had totally contradicted everything she said during trial.
Everything she said before she said that he was already dead. When she
I don't
slit his
remember.
throat.
I don't remember. Well, how
I
do you
remember.
remember?
And
He was
then,
still alive?
and then just for another stab in the back to the family, she goes, and he was still alive when I slit his throat. I
Mm,
mean, what a bitch.
mm.
See, that's
Wow.
what made me mad about the judge, because the judge never said anything. And that's what made me mad about.
Well, the judge could have said something, but if the judge would have berated her,
Right.
he just killed her appeal by saying
could've-
that.
she
The judge
could've-
knew it.
Yeah, she could have gotten
So
it.
there's
some
no
form of-
reason.
I would have said you.
Yeah,
stupid
well, yeah,
whore.
she probably was holding back. But if she would have said, I can't believe you're taking digs at this family, then she could go with ineffective judicial counsel
Yeah.
because it would look like she was biased the whole
Right.
time. So the judge did really well biting her tongue on that one. But she already knew that she just killed her appeal. She was probably sitting there like, yep, you just messed everything up. So she don't need to say anything. She had never have an appeal with that. Never.
I mean, yeah, she can't use anything. What could she use? There's nothing.
She
That
lied.
she
No.
could use for an appeal. Literally.
Because she already admitted that she killed him. Because when they asked him, did you kill Travis? And she goes, yes, I did.
Well, but just by saying that he was still alive when I slit his throat, it took out the passion. It
Right.
took out
Yeah, it took away everything.
It took out self-defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything away. She killed herself with that statement.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did.
She sure did.
And that judge was probably sitting there like, yes. I
Right.
think she played it really, really cool. I think
Because
that judge, yeah.
I couldn't have held myself back. I would have wanted to punch her.
If you knew
I
ahead
was
of time,
you're watching it.
but if you would have knew ahead of time by law that if she would have went back at her and gave her,
I would have had to bite hard. I would have
yeah,
bit so hard.
Car-
my tongue would have
Carla's
come off.
giving Judge Judy a good name,
Yeah.
making her look like she's a nice lady. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have bit her. I'd have bit her ass.
No, I watched that. I watched that trial for 5 months. I really did every day.
See, I did OJ.
Well,
the
except the
same way.
days that they didn't have. you
But
know.
okay, here's my question again. And maybe it's a social media thing, right? I don't know. Because social media was not the thing during OJ, right?
mm,
I can't understand why people on Facebook, starting on Facebook, bringing this shit over to YouTube, lose their freaking minds and have fights about crazy ass shit. And then when you drill down to it, you go, why are you people really fighting? Because of Jodi Arias. It's like, what the fuck? Does that have anything to do with or Chris
Oh,
Watts
there was big
Or-
fights over her.
or
There was
Darlie
her
Routier?
supporters, and there were her,
yeah,
people-
her-
And everybody tries to help me by saying, well, it's because people pick sides. Look, they picked sides before social media and they still didn't act this way. I don't get upset over people thinking that OJ's innocent. It doesn't bother me because I know what I think and that, and I'll hear them out and I'll still believe in my heart of hearts that he committed the crime. But I'm not so vehemently charged with what happened during that trial and the outcome of it that I am all these years later going after people because they believe differently about a trial. Whereas you put social media in it and it's like crazy town over a trial.
yeah. Jodi Arias supporters aren't terribly vicious, but they're incredibly dumb.
Well,
I mean,
but there are people that do honestly believe in her innocence, which, you know what, at the end of the day, honestly, thank God that there are people that do believe in people's innocence. I mean, granted, these people are behind bars, more than likely where they belong, but consider where we live and consider what our rule is and why it's that way. You're innocent until you're proven guilty,
Right.
unless it's on YouTube. But, and then you're just guilty because
you're guilty if you're not popular.
a bunch of morons decided you were. So there's that. But seriously, people get into like crazy fights about stuff that's so not related to a trial, yet it's related to a trial.
Speaking of trials, this political theater that we have going on now with this impeachment, we've only got 5 Republicans that are voting to impeach Trump. Only 5.
What's wrong with these people?
But it's good. That just means it's not going to go anywhere.
Well, but the thing is why are you impeaching somebody who's not holding a public office?
They can't constitutionally do this. I like Rand Paul. He's really on outrage with this thing.
Brian, you can't constitutionally accept the electoral vote from a state that absolutely fraudulently obtained a vote.
I put up a video yesterday that shows all the facts. It's called Here Is the Facts. It's a website. It's got it all broke down about why it was fraud. It's got every little with the sources on it. I put it up yesterday and it's very interesting. It's more than 1,000 points.
Are you talking about the vote itself?
Yeah, the election itself. It shows why it was fraud.
Right, but according to our Supreme Court,
I
there's
get
no fraud.
I get these people that tell me, well, all these judges have thrown these cases out. They've all thrown them out. No, they only threw it out for standing. None of them listened to evidence at all.
No, none of them listen to evidence. That's
They
number
didn't wanna
one.
hear it.
And number two, do people understand that the majority of those cases were not filed by Trump? They were filed by private citizens.
Yeah, and I believe that the state of Texas has sued Biden and won over this immigration thing so far. So he's right in office right out of the gate. The first thing he does is say he wants unity.
My ass.
Okay,
Yeah, he
11
wants
million
us to all
people-
unify under his shit.
11 million people who have criminal records, and you are now citizens, and you get free medical. 11,000 union jobs. We're just going to cut that out. Planned Parenthood that kills children, in my opinion. You are reinstated. You want to talk about unity?
Mm-hmm.
Man is a joke.
Yep. I wouldn't have any problem with Planned Parenthood at all if their main source of income was not abortion. But it is.
I would
And
have
it's abortion for birth control. It is not abortion for rape, incest, or any of that stuff. It's for birth control. It's
I would-
oops, I screwed up, got pregnant, please take this kid.
well, now that now they want to say that the baby can be alive and they can still make a decision to kill it.
Yep. Yep.
And Joe Biden claims to be a Catholic.
Yeah, well,
So, I wouldn't have a problem with Planned Parenthood if they would encourage the woman who is pregnant and doesn't want to be to have the child
adoption.
and adopt it out.
Yeah.
Let him live. It's a human to me.
The only other problem I have with Planned Parenthood is the fact that because that's their main source of funding, okay, the expectation is that taxpayers will fund them as well. I have a problem with that because I don't agree with my taxpayer dollars going to
Mm-mm.
that particular activity. I'm sorry. That's the way that I feel about it. I don't need anybody who is of a different thought getting in my face and screaming at me that I'm a bitch
Mhm.
because I have an opinion.
Mhm.
So there's that too.
But it's clear that Biden's goal is to overturn everything that Trump did for us, no matter what he believes in or not.
Well,
I don't
he
even
planned
know-
out an entire week worth of writing executive orders to change everything.
I don't even know what I'm signing.
No, exactly. That was a nice clip.
I know. I made a video of it.
Yes, just sign it anyway. How'd you like that part? Just
Yeah.
sign it anyway.
Signed it
That's
anyway.
just like on that Shameless when she signed away. They signed away the bar.
Yeah.
Sign
Yeah.
here. Just
Hey,
sign here.
I
don't
was
know what I'm
trying
signing.
desperately to follow the whole, we're going to adopt her kids. She's going to adopt our kids. And then who's going to be the parent? I felt like Kevin. I was like, well, wait a minute. But then who's the dad? Yeah. And none of y'all are divorced from anybody. Let's just keep that in mind. And you're all play like married to each other. What the, no. Yeah. I was
They're
getting,
gonna have Biden sign all this stuff and get all this stuff turned around, and then they'll have no use for him. And hello, Kamala.
yeah.
Hello, Kamala. And she's like lurks behind him. It's just creepy how she
It
lurks.
is creepy. just waiting for you to drop, dude. Just waiting for you to drop.
But the difference between those people that rush Capitol Hill and a Trump supporter like myself is, I'm not going to attack someone just because they like Biden. I'm not going to insult them.
Mhm.
I'm going to keep my disgruntlement towards Biden, not those people who believe in him.
And
Yeah.
if you listen to the interviews that were done on the ground while this was going on, when these people didn't know that they were going to be persecuted or threatened or jailed for their activity, because that's not, they'll tell you that's not why we were there. They actually were interviewed by a Fox dude
Uh-huh.
and asked, well, what's going on here? And he said, listen, we're not here about the election. We don't want, it's not about Trump becoming president again. Our votes were stolen.
That's it.
That's why we're here.
Let somebody come in your house and take something
Right.
and see if you're going to chase them down.
And you just go to get your stuff back. You show up at their house to get your stuff back, not
Hey,
kill them,
Rusty.
not hurt them, just take your stuff back. Right.
And then we have that new congresswoman. I forget what state she's from. That set the articles to impeach Biden off the bat.
I'm sorry, Cole.
She's, I think, from Georgia.
Georgia.
Hmm.
Well, she's bringing up the fact, where Kamala Harris, where these people were tearing up the cities in Minnesota,
Yeah.
and she put up petitions to bail them out.
Well, and that is a perfect analogy. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it for a hot second, imagine that you're robbed. Your house is robbed. Your neighbor did it. They did it. You go over and knock on their door to ask them for your shit back. You don't have a gun. You're not threatening to kill them. You just want your stuff back.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, you're thrown up against a fence. You're charged with all kinds of crimes. You're threatening to kill people. La 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 la. And you keep saying, "I just wanted my stuff back."
Yep.
That's all I wanted.
I like how mainstream media is not speaking on Ashley Babbitt.
No,
And a lot of people are saying, "Well, that's what she gets." Blah 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 blah. Blah.
Wow.
That's not what she gets. She was unarmed. She
Yeah.
wasn't there to harm it. Why didn't they shoot them people that were down? Why didn't that cop, when he went out on the floor and all them people were in there praying on the floor, why didn't he shoot any of them?
Right. Right. Oh, it's just sad. Sad.
Make the other box. There's boxes of it in there, baby. If you want to boil that up and make it, you can make that. Okay.
What's she cooking for me?
She wants some
Thank you,
macaroni and
Rusty.
cheese. She just wants macaroni and cheese. You can put some hot dogs in it.
Who?
Kylie wants macaroni and cheese.
For breakfast. Because
You
it's
know what I saw on, I guess it's a thing in Texas or the South or something, is spaghetti with hot dogs.
So yeah, a lot of people do that. Well,
That's-
see,
I've
Kylie,
never eaten that ever in my life.
no,
Kylie,
neither.
Kylie likes to cook, so I used to go in there and.
But I guess it's a thing though. They
Not-
actually sell that in restaurants.
Not in my
Yeah.
house.
And have you ever had scrambled eggs with ketchup on them?
Yes,
I
of course.
always eat scrambled eggs with ketchup.
Of
Do you?
course. Yes.
With 2 tacos.
Some people think that's sickening.
No,
And then
it's
another thing that's really good is crackers and milk, saltine crackers and milk.
Ew.
It's good.
Ew.
No,
ew.
I've never done that. No,
Not that much
That's
milk, though. You don't
gross.
put that much milk. Just
not that much milk.
Uh-oh.
That's gross. Hey, Colt.
Hey, what's going on?
I
Not
saw it.
much.
I saw a debate the other day. Okay, here's a debate for you. Ready? Okay. Are you a milk then cereal? Or are you a cereal then milk?
I put the cereal in first.
Exactly.
I always
Cereal
put the
first.
cereal.
Cereal
in
first.
You want it to soak through.
And then you add some Bailey's Irish cream to it.
That's
Yeah.
a really good.
Ew.
That's a good plan.
Yuck.
Or you can
Nothing.
take milk and add a little bit of that vanilla flavoring to it and mix it up. That's good.
Oh, that does.
Well, my
Or
husband.
you just add sugar to the milk to
My
the cereal.
husband eats peanut butter and cheese sandwiches.
Ew.
That's
Ew.
disgusting.
I know
Yeah.
it's gross.
No,
gross.
no.
That
That's
can
right.
lead to
Does
some
he
really
caramel
funky
and
stuff
onions?
throughout your house.
Caramel and onions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that
No.
before. Yeah.
Uh-uh.
There's a lot of
Bacon and brown
Five-star-
sugar cooked in the oven.
there's a lot
That
of
would be
5-star meals that do that. You should let that water boil first before you put.
Macaroni and cheese and pork chops, not hot
Crackers
dogs.
and milk.
Oh
No,
yeah.
That's
no
good.
Macaroni
crackers and
pork
milk for
chops.
me.
Yesterday-
Salted milk. Yeah.
I tell you what I did yesterday. I
What?
took the cornbread mix, 2 packs of cornbread mix, and when I got
Right.
it mixed up the right way, a little bit of cinnamon, and I put corn in mine always, right? I
Uh-huh.
put a layer in the 9-inch bake. Then I had a pound of ground beef, and I put that in there, and then I put another layer on top. I let it cook off, and I hit it with cream cheese and about a half a can of chili. And when we ate that, they loved it. The kids loved it.
That sounds actually doesn't sound bad.
Okay, here's question number 2. Are sweet cornbread or regular cornbread?
I
Regular.
like mine sweet,
Regular.
sweet and buttery.
See, I like mine sweet.
All right.
I
Here's
don't
one
like
for you.
sweet.
Here's one for you.
Okay.
Italian food or Mexican food?
Italian.
Italian.
Yeah, Italian.
Yeah, I don't-
Mexican.
That Mexican food is filthy. Yeah.
Well, it depends on where you
Mexican.
get it, but I mean, if it's authentic Mexican, yes, because it's not hot, spicy, all that other crap.
Well, Italian food focuses on sauces
Yeah.
Mhm.
and a lot of pasta. but
Yeah,
sauces, you
sweet
can do so much
Italian
with sauce.
sausage with spaghetti in it, the
Yes.
sausage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sweet
mozzarella
Italian
cheese and
stuff.
Parmesan in it.
That's a spicy
Yeah.
meatball.
But
A
see,
big
that-
giant
that's
meatball.
another fallacy, though, is people believe that,
And
that Italian is that spicy.
You always,
There's
you
sweet
always
to
put that mozzarella in.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I
Mozzarella.
never heard of
Parmesan.
spaghetti and hot dogs, so that's a new one for me.
Ugh.
Yeah, you can do spaghetti with anything.
Well, that is
I
not
saw,
a southern
you know where I
thing.
saw it on was Chelsea Lynn's.
I've
That
seen
is-
in a movie where a person was eating pork chops with spaghetti.
Ugh. I don't know about that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
I heard
doesn't,
about that.
that
That doesn't
doesn't
sound
sit
good,
right
yeah.
for me.
Disclaimer, okay? Spaghetti with hot dogs in it is not, I repeat, not a southern thing.
No.
We don't do
I've
that.
never heard of it.
But
I
if you
tell
get
you,
those,
The place I saw it on was her channel,
if
and
you get
they actually got it from a restaurant because it was one of those mukbang things.
if you get those big old, if you get the big thick pork chops, you can get an injection needle and shoot it with rum
Mm-hmm.
on the inside, And I tell you what, that's good. Then lemon on the outside, that's really good.
It tenderizes the meat.
Oh yeah, you can taste
I
it.
tell you
does
one
beer.
thing. I tell you
Yeah.
one thing that was really gross. Some old guy, he took macaroni and cheese box. He had no milk or butter, and he had raisins and tuna in it.
Ugh.
No,
Ugh.
Ew.
I don't think tuna goes with anything. I don't think tuna should be with
And then
anything.
he put tofu sausage in it.
That's
No.
gross. Tofu is actually
That's-
Carla's favorite.
Ain't that the grossest thing you ever saw before?
You know what? Ask me about tofu. I tried it once, spit it up. I spit it out, and there ever
Uh,
in my
gross.
life eat it again.
If Carla uses the word spit, we're going down the wrong road.
Yeah, I will never go down my mouth, down my throat. Tasted like
Don't you ever
it
talk to your
tastes
husband like that again?
I'd have the consistency of semen. So, I was like, ugh, ugh.
And she does not mean little guys in uniforms.
So we,
No,
No.
do not
yeah,
mean
Carla's a
that.
little
You
freaky.
don't put no
Awful.
tuna in macaroni.
Tuna and macaroni is good, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my husband loves that tuna casserole. My husband loves that.
Yeah.
I do. I
Not
don't.
that-
Like
you don't put it in macaroni and cheese though. Yeah, that's gross.
I think it's pretty good that way.
I don't know. My
I don't know
husband-
how you would eat it.
Not my
I don't
favorite.
know how he eats
But
it.
the real tuna casserole's got celery and peas and cream cheese in it and potatoes.
Oh, tacos. You like tofu? Yuck, I don't.
She said it has the
Hey, Carlos.
consistency of semen tacos.
Some people.
I just
I
don't
tell you what, like
it's the
some
consistency. It's not like it tastes like anything. It doesn't really taste like anything. What was that?
It sounds like farted.
You know,
What?
some people like some
Carla.
people actually eat
Lord.
crackers and potato chips and macaroni.
Well, yeah, you can put
I don't-
Fritos in macaroni and cheese, the chili cheese one.
My friend used to eat
Fritos,
bologna
yeah. You
sandwiches
put
with
potato chips in it, like potato.
We're
My
sitting there
friend
talking
used
about
to eat
food and
bologna
somebody farted.
sandwiches
That's what
with
happened.
I heard someone fart. I
That's what
did.
it sounded like.
Was that you, Brian?
No, if that was me, I'd still be laughing.
I know, right?
That wasn't me.
Wasn't me?
It wasn't me.
Carla, was it
I
you?
heard someone fart. One of you two farted. Wasn't me.
Well, that was awful crappy. Whoever did that.
Oh God.
Probably was a belch.
It was
They
a-
could've
No,
been.
maybe.
it was
I know. I have belched, but I would admit it.
Kylie said she did it.
Kylie did it.
Kylie, you farted.
Kylie.
Rusty Bed Spring admitted. He said, "Damn, Brian, my mouth was open."
Hey, Carla,
Wasn't me.
Hey,
Carla,
Carla.
you a Scotch person. You drink
Am
Scotch.
I a what? Scotch
You
is
drank
in the
Scotch?
drink. Scotch.
Yeah.
I don't drink. Really, I'm wine, white wine. That's it. Occasionally.
I've never drank scotch or bourbon or
I
well,
know I
bourbon,
don't
yeah,
drink
and
that
then
stuff.
my
I don't
cousin.
like the taste. Why?
I like it shaken, not stirred.
That's
All right, yeah, Sean Connery is a great James Bond. Speaking
Yeah.
of that, I can't believe he
Shoot.
died.
that's martinis, right?
It's
Yeah,
Really
very,
drink
Oh, the
martinis.
shaken
Yeah.
not stirred thing.
it could be scotch too.
Oh, hold on,
All
guys.
right,
Oh, really?
Oh,
who was a better James Bond, Sean Connery or Roger Moore? Sean
I
Connery.
liked Roger Moore.
Sean Connery, I think.
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Isn't he dead now? Did he pass away?
If he is, if
they
he isn't
both-
dead,
yeah,
he's
he
like
died.
700 years old.
He was 90.
Yeah, he was a pretty old guy.
He was only. He
How
couldn't
many?
live longer than that.
Okay, here's a question: how many James Bonds have there been?
Well, they were Pierce Brosnan played it once.
Yeah,
Roger Moore,
Roger Moore.
Sean Connery,
Sean Connery and some
I think
other
there's only
guy,
3.
Daniel Craig.
Daniel.
I'm gonna Google it. So you say only 3,
And
right?
then there was this one guy. He played James Bond one time, and I don't know what his name was.
How many James Bonds were there? Bond.
There's been a ton.
Who was better, Sean Connery or Roger Moore?
I like
Oh,
Roger
Sean Connery.
Yeah, I
Yeah, Sean
agree.
Connery was better.
David Niven,
Moore.
George Lazenby, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, and Daniel Craig. So
Was
there's
Sean Connery in that?
Sean Connery. No, it doesn't even say Sean. Oh, portrayed by Sean Connery. Yeah.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan sucked at it.
Yeah, he sucked.
They said after
Timothy Dalton
Connery,
and all that.
He
David
played Raven
Niven.
Steele.
How many Batmans
David
were
Niven
there?
would
There were
never.
a few Batmans too.
There was Val Kilmer, Michael Keaton,
Adam West.
I
Adam
think
West was on TV though. He wasn't really like
he was the real Batman.
No.
but he was the TV Batman. I
Yeah,
mean,
so
in
it
the
was
movies.
Val Kilmer.
They had a
Michael
movie. They had a movie of it with Adam West.
Did they? I
I
didn't
tell you
know.
one thing: the Robin in the 1960s looked like Peter Pan.
Keaton.
I don't know. I think their costumes looked ridiculous.
I remember back in the day there was a porno with the Batman theme.
Porno?
Yeah, and they really did look like the characters. I mean, you talk about getting it going inside the Batcave.
Was it a gay porno?
No, they had Catwoman and
Well, because I'm thinking Batman and Robin. Was
they
it
had
gay?
Catwoman and all that other stuff. But I remember it clearly because it looked so much like the series, the clean TV series. I
We
got
should do a movie trivia a night on here. We got
That's
to
a
get
good idea.
yeah.
Who do you think? Who do you think got a better voice, Sean Connery or Roger Moore?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. Oh,
That's
Yeah,
why-
the
look,
Scottish.
there's
That
this,
Scottish beat the English accent. Yeah.
he'll
Yeah.
always be my favorite.
there's
And
this
my
clip.
second favorite is Daniel Craig. I think I
There's
really like him.
there's this clip on Saturday Night Live where they're doing Jeopardy, and they have Sean Connery. They have a Sean Connery makeup.
They did Burt Reynolds.
Yeah,
Burt Reynolds? He's dead too, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds
He
died. He
passed
was
away.
82.
2 years ago.
He would have been 84 this year. Well, 85.
I tell you, in the original Longest Yard, when they brought Burt Reynolds into prison, in that scene where they set him down and they shaved his mustache off, they gave him $5,000 for one side and $5,000 for the other side, and you can hear somebody in the background calling Burt. Right, it's still in the movie. It's not cut.
Hmm.
They gave him $10,000 just to cut his mustache off for that movie.
Wow.
He know they will grow back in 10 hours, though.
Probably, he is actually from Georgia, and when he played,
I think I'd like-
Yeah, they say he's from. They say he's from Michigan.
huh?
They say he was from Michigan.
No, he was from Waycross, Georgia, and he
Yeah.
actually his family had a background in moonshining.
Yeah, and they Google won't say it. They won't change it to Lansing, Michigan. But that's true.
No, he's from Waycross, Georgia. He may have lived in
That's-
Michigan. Let me Google it up. Let me see if they have changed it.
They say he was from Waycross, Georgia, and then he changed it. I don't know why.
He may have moved to Michigan.
He moved to Florida, actually.
And see it right here. It says Lansing, Michigan. You're right, but he's from Waycross, Georgia. They got that wrong.
Yeah, Google ain't always right, huh?
See, and then you look again. You look right under Google. It says born in Lansing, right? But then you look under it, and there's another one that says born February 11th, 1936 in Waycross, Georgia.
Wow.
Yeah, Waycross, Georgia is a good old southern town, ain't it?
Yeah, and it says that he's of Cherokee descent, and then in the other one it says he's of the Sioux tribe.
He kind of
I
does look
thought he was
Indian.
white.
I never knew he
I
was
thought he
Indian.
was white.
I thought he was too.
He is white, man.
Then you
He
get
had his
another one.
family.
You know what? It makes me wonder if he was like born in Lansing, like because my daughter Jada, she was born in Colorado Springs, Colorado, but she was only there for 5 or 6 weeks before we moved. And she was so if anybody asks her where she's from, she's gonna say, where I'm from. Here now, Dayton.
No,
She don't remember Colorado Springs.
I was there for 2 months before I moved to here, Ohio. That's what Mom said.
Well, we got real quiet.
I'm looking at stuff to cook for dinner. Sorry,
You better check your beans.
chicken.
Yeah,
beef.
we're
Yeah,
talking
she-
about so much.
You gonna make Bush's baked beans, huh?
I've
Yeah.
been not
Oh,
feeling
good
good. I'm
beef.
not even hungry for nothing. I'm like sick still.
I'm not either. I'm just figuring out what the husband wants to eat.
I'm glad you
Just
feel
don't
better.
put tuna in your macaroni and
I'm
cheese.
feeling better today than I did yesterday. I'm still kind of like my stomach's upset. You
I
know.
was checking on you.
Aw,
I said,
right.
"Where's
You
Carla? at?
care.
Where's Carla?"
Did you go on Molly's panel?
Yeah,
Or what were you guys talking about?
we were talking about the Jasmina DeVille because Molly brought up a clip of Jasmina just losing her mind, and we were just discussing that. That Jasmina that's been trying to out Diane and for the St. Jude stuff, and I had so many emails from her over the last year or so that I finally had to block her. I
I
kept
think
telling
you must have emailed every creator out there.
she went for creators that were that were on all the time and that had a voice, and she would just demand that we go after Diane. And
She told me that she would take my channel down.
well,
Like, I had like about, I think when she emailed me, I had like 1,500 subs or something. And I'm like, yeah, well, go for it.
yeah,
and then-
I popped on Molly's.
Oh, that's your young picture right there?
Pardon me?
Yeah.
No, she took that picture yesterday. Who is that? Who is that you modeled that picture after, Carla?
I can't remember. It
What
was
picture?
a reface. It was a reface. It was a reface.
You know, this
I don't remember.
this is a picture of Duck Dynasty. This is me if I was Duck Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty.
Oh, you got the beard.
I love me some Duck
Someone-
Dynasty.
I
Someone told me
always
I look
liked
like
that
Sean
show.
Connery with the beard.
That's that, Miss D. Is that your real picture too?
Sure,
You
Of
can't
course
picture
it
that?
is.
of course it
She's
is.
We're not catfish.
So
We're
is
not catfish.
the one in the bikini in Discord.
I know. I saw that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
That looks like the girl from Porky's.
of course it does. I have no idea who you're talking about.
You look like somebody from the 80s.
Yeah.
You know what? I do. I get picked on about that all the time. Yeah.
They're catfishing us right now, both of them.
We're catfishing you. Yeah.
There,
Yep.
here, I'll put my catfish on.
Here's my thing. Here's a fun fact. Okay. Here's my fun thing. Yeah. So people can say whatever they want to say, but when they take down their pictures of when they were 20 years old, I'll take down my face and all that other stuff. And not only that, what do you care what I look like? Anybody out there? I'm not talking about just this panel, but
Right.
anybody. What do you care what I look like? Is it going to change
I
your mind?
already cammed up. Jeez, I know.
So have I.
There
So
you
have
go,
I.
girl.
Is it
Carla,
seriously? Is it
you
going to
look
make your
great,
life
Carla.
better or worse or whatever? Does it really make that much difference? So,
That picture
It
of me
doesn't.
right
Who
there.
cares?
That
Like
picture,
everybody,
the picture I
they
got.
know what I look like. I've cammed up enough times.
same here.
I know. Yeah.
That one- the one I got
You've
up there.
cammed up. Brian's cammed up. I mean, we've all been on camera.
As soon as you can up, they're gonna
Say
find
what
something.
they want. Yeah.
You could be.
I mean, Here's the thing. I could put any kind of picture up here, wanted a kitten, a puppy, or whatever, a catfish, a picture of a reface, a picture of me. It wouldn't matter. The bottom line is this: people want to talk ugly about other people
Mhm.
because they're
Exactly.
jerks. Okay. If you have nothing
Mhm.
better to do with your time than talk about how ugly I am or what I look like, I'm not sitting here bragging about being a freaking movie star or a Victoria's Secret model. So if I'm not lying about it, shut your mouth.
That
Exactly.
picture, the picture I got up
It's
right
none of your
there,
business.
2007.
And that's not from my panel right now. That's not the panel right now. That's in
No,
general
no.
from comments that have been made before. It just kind of triggered me for a second. I'm over it. Moving on.
Now, this
Because you
picture
were
I
called
got
a
up.
cat. You were called a catfish.
There you go.
But catfish is a good thing, and I'll say it again. Catfish is a delicacy in the South. If you love someone, you serve them catfish. When you hate them, you serve them carp. And trust and believe,
Oh, carp.
I know plenty of people who are carps on
Right.
YouTube. So
Well,
Scavengers.
and too, anybody can have a bad angle or a bad picture.
Yeah.
That's why I cam up every once in a while, because I don't care.
There's
I go on ugly days. First, I mean, I used to go on every morning at 7:45 every morning, and believe me, you're not at your best at 7:45 in the morning half the time. Hair's all over the place. People know what I look like, so they can make as much fun of me as much as they want. Call me Chucky or whatever. That's on them.
You don't look like Chucky. You don't.
Oh, that was my nickname
It's
for
only because she got red hair.
9 months.
It's only
yeah.
because she had red hair.
They called me Chucky, and that was the big insult. That I'm over that.
There's
I'm
my
over
Danny
it
Green
all.
picture, the Irish mobster. That's not photoshopped or anything. That's just a picture. I just happened to have a good cut that day on my face.
Yeah, you look like Danny Green.
And as people call me Danny Green they used to say that to me. Like Danny Green, Irish mobster.
Who is that?
He was an Irish mafia guy who defeated. He fought against the Italian mob for a long time until they finally took him out. But he was pretty powerful Irish mobster.
Yeah, you could have been Dean O'Banion.
Dino
O'Banion. Be right back.
There you go. There, I was like 19 there in that picture.
Who's that? Who's that with you?
That was my first wife. She was like 16 in that picture.
Mm.
Now this is a picture of me if I were old. This is from an old age app.
Yeah, then I'll just go back to my most current picture.
Yeah, let me go
That's
back to
a
my
nice
most-
picture of you, Brian.
Huh?
That's a nice picture of you.
Yeah, I was in a really good mood.
Is that
day.
on your way to the fake church?
That was on my way to the fake church where I'm a fake Christian.
You're a fake Christian now?
I like it when people call me a fake Christian. It's like, what would it benefit me at all? What would I gain out of that?
Did you go live the other day? Remember you said you were going to go
No, I
live?
was going to, and I thought about it, and I was like, it's probably just not even worth it.
It isn't worth it. It isn't worth it to
because,
argue with people.
People are going to continue with their own rhetoric and their own lies, and they're going to go with their own narrative. No matter what I say, they're not going to say, you know what, you're right, Brian.
And the people in the side chat are just going to believe what they want to believe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm done trying to convince anybody of anything. I've
Well, the
seen
funny
what
thing of it, and
damage people can do.
the funny
The
thing about
lies.
it, in this particular situation, this person who we all know is now going back to saying he did this and he did that when she's already been on a panel saying no, he never did any of that, and so that just makes her look stupid. So it's not worth my time to.
Hi, Stephanie.
It's not even worth my time or energy to even give that
Oh,
person.
you can't argue. I stopped arguing with people about what I've done or haven't done.
Really, if two fools are arguing, then who's the fool? I'm just going to be better than that. And ever since I come out with this new faith, and everybody, they always he's not. You got that with this one in particular that's in a fake name. It's always saying he's no Christian. He's no Christian. I refer you to 2 Timothy 3:12. Indeed, all who desire to live a godly life in Christ Jesus will be persecuted. So the Bible tells us that there are people out there that when you show your faith, they'll say, oh, he's not a Christian. No, not him. So the Bible, you just prove when you say that about me, that I'm not a faithful man and that I'm not a godly man. When you do that, you just reinforce what the Bible tells me. Again, 2 Timothy 3:12, indeed, all who desire to live a godly life in Christ Jesus will be persecuted. So thank you for reinforcing that what the scripture says and what I follow is absolutely true. God can use people like you to send me a message. So whenever somebody says, he's not a Christian, God sends you to me, to tell me that, so that I refer to the Bible and see that, they hated him. They hated Jesus. They spit on him. they nailed him to a cross and hung him up. And they said he wasn't the Son of Man. He said, "For they hated me, so they will hate you too." So thank you for reinforcing that the Bible that I'm following is absolutely true. So God has used you to send me a message to keep going.
Who's being ugly?
Nobody.
Okay.
Did you get to that part in Shameless where he has to carry the cross?
No, don't tell me.
Oh, okay. You didn't get there. I thought you got there already.
No.
Okay.
What season is
Forget
that?
what I just said. Forget what I
I
just said.
stayed up late last night playing Quiplash with Eritrea's bringing it back, Eritrea, and it's hard to win that game unless you get a little, you got to be a little naughty. When I made
What
it,
is it? What is it? What's the
the
game?
Quiplash game that she played, it's so much fun.
I don't know what it is. What do you do? What's the object?
Well, they'll make like a movie clip, and you got to put verses to it, and people vote on it, and you win. Or there'll be a question or a state saying, and they got blank words, and you got to put it in there. But usually, if you're dirty and kind of foul, you'll win.
I'm
And I was trying to
That
keep
sounds like fun.
I was trying to keep it clean, and I wasn't winning.
See, you got to dirty it up,
You
dude.
gotta dirty it up.
So by the end game, I dirtied it up just a little bit, and I won. I was like,
There you
"Come
go.
on."
There you go.
Now, who gets to decide? Is it like
The
audience
other people that are
participation?
playing, and there's an audience, and there's other people that play, and they vote. And they don't know if it's whose verse it is until after they vote.
Ah,
Wow.
It's really fun. It's called Quiplash.
Does she
Do they-
play it? Does she do that every week, or is that a
She
thing?
does it randomly, so
Oh,
it's really fun. And then if you look
I
at Chronic
subbed
4,
to her.
yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't-
you gotta catch her. Chronic 420. She plays Hangman and Family Feud and stuff. I really like to do that on YouTube. I think that's fun. I do.
yeah.
Yeah,
do
that's what I like. I wanted to do that game with the movie game, but I
Oh
gotta
yeah,
find.
they put a clip up, and and you have to you don't hear the words of the movie clip, and you have to put the words to it, and some of them are freaking hilarious. It's so funny. It is so funny. I can see Miss D being good at that game. But back in the day when we used to play it, and I wasn't so selective about what I say, I used to win them all the time.
Oh, I'd love to go in a channel anywhere and go play, but if I show up anywhere, it's like, meh.
Nah, I reach your welcome.
Oh, seriously, Brian, we can't just go anywhere.
Well,
We can't.
Eritrea welcomes everybody. There wouldn't be any.
Well, actually, Aratria was very nice to me when I went into her.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's usually, honestly, the host, most places are very, very pleasant. It's chat.
Yeah, it's the chat that you have to worry
Chat.
about.
Well,
What
what
are
it
you
is,
doing here?
well, what it is they do that to you so that you can't come there.
Right. So that's what I've done. It's just, I don't belong to this community. I belong to no one.
Yeah,
My friend is Carla and you guys, and that's it.
yeah.
It's not that nobody won or lost. I made my own choice because I don't swim in toxic pools. I just don't.
Yeah. I kind of like to just go to. I used to float around from channel to channel, see what kind of trouble I get into. But now there's a select few that now I go to Tracy's. I'll go to Jenny Jen's. I go to Eritrea's. If K Smalls comes on, I'll go over there. If Molly pops on, I'll go over there. But other than that,
I
I'll
like these smalls.
And if I really
Freaking
like
like
the creator, honestly, if I really like the creator and I like their content, I go to their chat. I just don't ever say anything.
Mhm.
I also
Because,
like Robbie.
like I said, it's
Dave
the
Robbie.
chat. It's not the creator. It's the chat.
Yeah, I go to Save Robbie.
I read you. Has anyone on panel ever doxed anyone? Seems scary. Yes, I'm
on this
reading.
panel,
I'm
I've
reading. the
never.
chat. I've never
No.
doxed anyone.
Yeah, I have.
Brian.
What's up?
Yeah, I have. Hmm.
What's up? I got a joke there. You want to hear it?
Do what?
No, we're not all
Yeah,
talking amongst ourselves. I am reading the chat.
I
Wow.
got a joke there. You want to hear it, caller?
Yeah.
What's that?
Hang on.
I got a joke to tell. You want to hear it?
Sure.
All right. Guy goes into a bar, sees a gal. He goes up to an officer a drink. He says, "Hey, how about an old fashioned?" He says, "I don't know what I do with just one drink." And he says, "Well, make it a double so you don't know what I do."
You don't know what I do.
Okay,
That's
that
like the
went
guy-
right over my head.
That's like a guy that goes into the bar and he's sitting there and he tells the bartender, he said, "I don't know what's going on here, but these fish that you have in this bowl, they're being really, really nice to me, and I don't understand why they're talking to me so nicely." He said, "Oh, they're complimentary."
Misdemeanor. Her address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C.
That's right. Amen. Right, LaDonna. You can dox me all day, baby. Go ahead.
Stephanie Park. Anyone reading the chat, or are y'all just talking amongst yourselves? No wonder there's only 28 in here.
No wonder there's only 28. Well, you're one of them, Stephanie. Welcome. Have a nice time here.
Yeah, I wonder who that is.
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
that's somebody trolling. That's all it is. Somebody trolling. Everybody, when a part of you,
Think?
part of you, it
Yeah,
seems-
they trolling and rolling.
now wait a minute. How can you? This is the question. The question was: has anyone on your panel ever doxed anyone? Seems scary. Well, why would you be scared of something if you don't know whether or not somebody's done that?
That's another thing Miss Fucking Wonderful said. I don't know why y'all are scared of being dogs.
Right.
She goes right out there. She tells her whole address. It's just like, it is what it is.
Carla, you've
I've
never
been
been.
doxed.
Yeah.
You've
I've
never,
been doxxed.
Miss
I've been totally
Wonderful.
doxxed. My husband's been doxxed. I'm like, it is what it is.
Yeah, and
I
another,
thought I was
Wonderful,
freaked
that's
out the
creepy.
first time, and then it was nothing.
yeah, and social media, they kind of shut people
Carla,
down.
you've never doxxed? Sure about that? Yep,
Yeah,
sure am.
you know what social media does. With our president, if they don't like what they're saying, they kind of time them out a little bit. Let them think about that for a minute.
Mm-mm-mm.
Have several seats, please. You come back in 300 seconds.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah.
Maybe she's traumatized. Maybe she was dogs.
I wonder.
You should just love up on her.
Yeah, show her love. Show her some love.
Show her some love.
Yeah, well, let's not try to intimidate them.
Hey, y'all reckon I could get a grant from the government? Because, they're giving money away to do tests and shit and do studies and stuff. What if I got a whole bunch of trolls off of YouTube and tested their IQs? Don't you think that would be worth some grant money?
Well, I kind of think that there's something wrong, inside somebody's brain when they want to make up a fake name to go mess with somebody. Because if I go mess with somebody, I do it in my own name.
Yeah, and here's another fun fact. Trolls can push people over the edge.
That
Just
well,
Yeah, she does, B. She needs a hug.
yeah.
She needs a hug and a warm bottle and a blankie.
Yeah. Bye.
And some
I
cuddle.
know a Baba.
She needs a touch of liquor.
Do we need to spoon you, honey? Is that what it is?
Maybe you
Get
go
a
to one of those
Marlboro
video
Red.
channels where
Are all your troll friends still in bed from being up all night trolling everybody?
yeah.
Oh, you're lonesome. Oh, I'm so sad.
Yeah, just like the Hank Williams song. She's so lonesome she can cry.
Right? Silliness.
I
She
guess
got a tear in her beer.
A tear in her beer.
somebody sent me. One of my friends sent me an email and said that they were going to start
Come on, guys.
channel to troll. Not just 2 days ago, that they heard that somebody was going to start coming to troll on Carla's channel. Not 2 days ago.
Isn't
That
that
I keep
interesting?
my eye out for the troll.
Whatever.
Seems scary to me.
Yeah, I'm petrified. I'm shivering, probably because it's 60 degrees in my house, but I am shivering nonetheless.
I say if you don't want to be doxxed, then don't come on YouTube in a fake name, calling CPS on people, and messing with their real life. And
Right.
then they won't dox you.
Yeah. Or if you don't like channels, just stay out of them.
Yeah.
Just saying. If you do like channels, but you don't feel safe to talk in there, I mean, if you're that petrified, like I can be sometimes, admittedly.
You know what seems
talk.
scary? Well, it seems scary to me that somebody that's got so much low self-esteem about themselves that they'll take the time to make a fake email,
Mm-hmm.
create a fake name,
Mm-hmm.
and search out people to pester.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Yeah.
seems scary to me.
Yep. I'm petrified. Whatever.
But we will survive.
Sing it, baby. Sing it.
If I knew the words to it, I would. What was that name? Who sang that song?
I don't
Eye
remember.
of the tiger, huh?
The Eye of the Tiger.
Roy.
So did people really seriously think that Trump was gonna pardon Tiger King?
No.
I mean, I didn't know whether to take it seriously or not. I was like, are they for real? And then I just went on to something else, you know.
They
Trump
say that
loves Joe Exotic.
We learn in
Sure.
boys,
Got
don't time them out, put them to bed.
right.
Put him to bed. Exactly.
Well, we want them to come back, and we give them time out to think of better things to troll with when they come back. Trump is supposed to open up the office of the former president.
He did. Yeah, he's opened that up.
Yeah, he's got it open now already.
Yeah, he's gonna start using
And then
he's got an office now to further his
good.
political.
And then
views.
there's supposed to be also Trump TV, which he can fund himself, so that he can't be censored by writing off some other company like Amazon or whatever. So I'm interested in that. It's good to know that he is watching.
Well, it's a sad day when people can't have their own opinions, whether they're right or wrong or indifferent or whatever. And listen, everybody's opinion is right to the individual.
Mhm.
Doesn't make them wrong. It's just a different opinion.
And if someone has a different opinion than you, if you calmly and clearly and collectively show them the facts, you may be able to change their opinion.
Exactly.
That's true.
But you don't go, "Why, that's a lie."
But when you get all nervous and scared that they might say something that's true that goes against your philosophy, that's when you get scared and start trying to shut them up.
Did you see that exchange between Stephanopoulos and Rand Paul the other day?
No.
Where he goes, "Why can't you just say it that the election was not stolen?" And Rand Paul calmly came back,
Because it's not true.
and then Stephanopoulos goes, "Well, that's a lie." And he was like, "Well, see, that's what Rand Paul. He was like, "Well, that's what you guys do. You don't say there's two sides to every story.
No.
You just right off say that's a lie."
Right.
And he owned him. He owned him.
Right.
Rand Paul owned the floor the other day too, when he spoke about it being a waste of time. It seems like they're being vindictive. Nancy Pelosi is being vindictive. If you want to talk about governmental crimes, how about when she tore up a legal document right behind the president of the United States?
She sure did.
How about inciting hate then?
Because why? Because her knickers were in a twist.
Yeah.
It's like
She said knickers.
I
So
said.
don't twist that up either.
Well, if they do, truthfully, honestly, it's on them. Because if they're looking for a racist comment out of that, you're gonna have to try harder.
Yeah, how about, really, honestly, again, I can't go back. I want to go back to where Kamala Harris is. These people were tearing up businesses, burning towns.
She was shoving them out the back door.
Bail them out.
Yeah.
So that's going to be part of this congresswoman. That's part of her impeachment on Biden. Is she's putting that in there?
Yeah.
So
I tell you one thing, I find it creepy they name her after that wrestler, Kamala.
Well,
she ain't that ugly. Come on.
Ooh, ouch.
When she spoke up about these people that were tearing up towns and stuff. She said, "You better beware. You better be able to take a punch." Before she hit office.
Yeah.
Trump did not want those people to go and desecrate the Capitol. He didn't want anybody to get hurt. He said, "I want you to go down there and peacefully protest like the patriots you are."
And is anybody daring to ask, if a congresswoman gets up and says, "You better be able to take a punch," do you think that doesn't incite this rebel down here?
Ooh.
I'm just saying, because them's fighting words.
Yeah.
You better be able to take a punch. That makes me want to take off my earrings and kick off my heels.
Well, ever since she Trump turned around after he got done speaking and she extended her hand out to shake his hand and he snubbed her.
Yep.
She's been big. How do you tear up a government document in front of everybody and say that that's not inciting hate against the man who wrote it?
Because you're a child. Because you're infantile. Because that's how you handle, as a non-adult, shit that gets on your nerves. And it's like, really? Why? I got a long list of whys where all that's concerned.
I really encourage people to look at the YouTube channel, The Officer Tatum.
I love Oscar Tatum.
Ex-police officer, happens to be African American,
Mhm.
but he tells it like it is,
Hmm.
and people are believing.
Yeah.
JFK still wishes he had a car with a roof. Actually, JFK was the one who told them, "I don't want that bulletproof
Yep.
roof." He didn't want
They
it.
said, "But Mr. President, you're going through Dallas. They're not your friends." And he
Yeah,
said,
he already
"Don't
had
care."
right. He did. It
Maybe
did. See, JFK lived on the edge. Yeah, he lived on the edge because he was always sick and he never knew when his last day on Earth was going to be. That's why he was such a sexist, and that's why he lived on the edge. So he had no fear of dying because he had been read his last rites several different times
I want to say it
already.
was 3 different times, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he didn't care. He didn't want to. He didn't want to. He didn't want to look like a wimp.
Man, I'd have gone wimp. Me.
Pelosi has no real awareness of the average American. The woman has $1,000K or more dollars freezer just for her gourmet ice cream.
Oh, right. That was cute.
Yeah,
Hey, all y'all in quarantine. This is what I do. I buy a freezer full of ice cream. Good job, Nance.
yeah. Women have the best taste in ice cream.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your favorite ice cream?
Bluebell.
Bluebell,
But no, what flavor of Bluebell is your favorite?
cookie and cream.
What is it? Cookies and
Cookie
cream?
and cream.
That
Yeah,
is
it's vanilla
good.
ice cream with Oreos.
That is
I
good.
like vanilla ice cream, just plain vanilla ice cream. That's all.
See, I've been doing my own private survey for years about people who like
That's
Oreos.
That's very plain, Carla. You gotta like chocolate ice cream.
No,
I do like chocolate ice cream.
and when I have a milkshake maker, and when I make milkshakes, it's always strawberry.
Really?
I mean, like you take that vanilla, put some fudge and stuff in it.
No, I
Good.
don't like chocolate. It's always strawberry milkshakes. That's the only ones I like.
I don't know. If you get a good
Oh,
That
love
ain't very
strawberry.
appetizing, Carla.
if
Oh,
you
yeah,
find
it is.
somebody that can make a good chocolate shake though, oh my God.
A good
No
chocolate malt
Yes. I
or
agree.
vanilla malt with fudge on it.
Ooh,
I also like Coke
good.
floats.
I do
Coke
too.
floats with
Oh,
ice
you like a
cream in it.
root beer float? I didn't know that.
Root beer floats are even better.
I like Coke floats better than root beer.
Really?
Yeah, Coke
Yeah,
is root
do.
beer soda is nasty.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't like root beer.
The soda, like,
By itself, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really care for it by itself.
Banana.
yeah. I'd
it's
rather
mint
drink
chocolate.
ginger ale
Oh,
than
mint
root beer.
chocolate would be good. Yeah,
I
mint
do
chocolate.
like chocolate.
Mint
mint.
chocolate, ew.
No, it's
Uh.
good. It's good. You got to try it.
Butter crunch ice cream is good.
That sounds good. I've not had that.
I don't know if that would make a good milkshake though.
You don't think?
Yeah.
Not a
Paul's
milkshake.
milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
That's right.
No, my favorite milkshake is strawberry. I just love strawberry milkshake.
Do you use real strawberries in it so you have chunks of the
Yes.
strawberry? Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I like
good.
that.
Strawberries, and I make them thick.
Ben and Jerry's fish food.
You know,
That is good.
Carla, you have a very 1950s taste in ice cream.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Soda shop. She's got soda shop
Chocolate,
taste.
vanilla, just vanilla and strawberry. That's very
Yeah.
1950s.
Yeah.
I do like Neapolitan ice cream though. So you get a little bit of all
Yeah.
three, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
My grandma liked that.
Chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's good.
I just like.
have you ever
vanilla
had a
and
banana
chocolate.
split?
Oh God, yeah.
Those are good. Now, those are good.
You making me want ice cream now.
My mom.
Dr. Pepper
Banana
float
split.
is good.
What is?
Now I want a banana.
Dr. Pepper float.
Yes,
I'm not
Dr.
even
Pepper
hungry.
floats are good. They're very good.
And see, at least Texas, even Texas is good for something.
Hey now.
Baskin Robbins has a chocolate and peanut butter that is orgasmic, and I haven't been to one in years. I might need to find one.
No,
Life,
it's
I'm like, see, we're talking about food. Everybody's gonna be hungry by the time they get off here.
life is a gem says strawberry milk gives my son the craps.
Carla, you can't handle a cigar, huh?
Rusty 31 flavors. Heck
I don't
yeah.
smoke at all.
You
I
never
quit
smoked
smoking.
before.
Oh yeah, I smoked. I quit.
Yeah, I love to smoke a good old chocolate flavored cigar. It's good.
Yeah, the Dutch Masters makes the chocolate one.
Bees
Yeah,
being
Phillies
dirty.
too. Phillies and Swisher Sweets. No, Swisher Sweets.
Swisher
They smell
sweet.
good too, the chocolate cigars.
Yeah.
So there's such a thing as chocolate cigar. See, I'd probably throw up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, no, they
I
smell
would
really
probably
good.
throw up too.
They make
Chocolate
your
flavored
own-
cigar is good. It had that good sweet tip on it at the end, isn't it?
Mm.
Do you inhale a cigar or just puff on it?
Sometimes, not always.
You don't inhale it, right?
You shouldn't inhale it always,
Yeah.
but once in a while, yeah. The idea is
Yeah,
to
you
get
don't
the
inhale.
off the end of it and kind of swirl around.
I don't know.
Yeah.
To
Just
me,
taste the smoke and put it out.
just get oral cancer, not lung cancer.
Yeah, tongue cancer.
Taste the smokes and exhale.
Some
Yeah.
people inhale once in a great while with them.
I'd find myself coughing
It's
up a
it's
lung.
hard not to. It's hard not to inhale. It's pretty damn impossible. It'd be hard
Well-
not to inhale on the cigar.
I hate to end this party, but
I'm glad you feel a little bit better, Carla.
I
too.
do. I feel I'm still a little tired, but I'm getting there. I'm
You
getting
go
there.
back to
I'll
bed?
take a couple. Huh?
Just go back to bed. Go back to bed then.
Right?
I probably will. I
Do you guys
probably will.
No, you have to stay up the rest of the day. It's my job to keep you awake all day.
You
Well,
got
I'll
any,
be awake, but I'm probably gonna go lay down. I
You
don't
got
know.
any- you
My
got
husband
any-
wants me to eat, and I just have no appetite at all.
but do you have any celestial seasonings
Father.
like tea?
Any what?
You could drink.
Any tea?
Some
I have tea. I do have tea here.
Well, if you got tea and lemons, anything with lemon and honey in it, that'll clear up your.
I have
and a
real
little
lemon.
shot of whiskey.
Yeah,
You
And
don't
I
drink
have
soda,
chicken.
huh,
And my
Carla?
husband made me chicken soup. Excuse me?
You don't drink soda, huh?
Oh yeah, I drink Pepsi.
He said soda.
Yeah, Pepsi is good. I got that.
Some
Cherry
say
flavored Pepsi is
soda,
better.
some say pop.
Listen, just
Cherry
pour
Pepsi
sugar
is
in it.
better.
Well, I'm from Dayton, where they invented the pop top, so soda is like taboo around here.
The
I'm
pop,
from Texas, where we
Pop-Tart?
invented Dr. Pepper and Whataburger.
The Whataburger.
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 Yeah,
Oh my
even-
god!
even
I want.
Texas is
I
good for
want to.
something.
I want to try a Whataburgers after
They're
watching
so
Chelsea
good.
Lynn eat one.
That they're the best. They're the best.
Yeah,
That
you
was
get
the
one of them
funniest
toasted
Chelsea-
chicken burgers.
Chelsea Lynn episode was when they went to Whataburgers and his burger fell out.
If-
Trying to show it, and his burger fell out of the bun. That was
There-
the funniest one.
That's because you can't contain a Whataburger.
You cannot contain it, but it
No.
looks so good.
I never had Whataburger. You gotta try it.
You know, if you got a Culver's around your area, Culver's makes a
I
really
know
good-
one
Hey,
thing.
My HVAC guy
McDonald's
is
sucks
here, so I'm
ass.
gonna jump down. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in a little bit.
I'll talk to
Okay.
y'all. I'm gonna
I'm
jump
gonna
down.
I
jump
tell you
down
one
too.
thing.
We're
McDonald's sucks, don't it?
Yes, it does.
Well, that
Except for
note-
the French fries. Wait, the French fries are good.
Yeah.
McDonald's French
Yeah.
fries.
Burger
So-
King is the way to go.
Poof, I'm out. See y'all
All
later.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, caller.
Okay. You have a good day. Thank you,
Good
everybody.
talking with
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, my moderators. Thanks for coming up on panel. And I guess I'm going to end this now.